Time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Yeah, what's going on? And welcome to the KVJ Show. It is Wednesday. Hello, everybody. How the heck are you today? Today is a very big day. Virginia, I think someone's
there we go.
messed with your buttons over here. Somebody didn't actually want you on the show today. They turned your buttons off.
I mean, I can go back to bed.
Oh, no, please don't turn off her mic. Oh, no.
Today is a very big day. There's a lot of things that we got going on here today. You know, they do all these goofy little things about what today is. Today, oddly enough, is Flip a Coin Day, which we did on Friday.
Oh.
There's a lot of goofy going on today.
Yeah, there's a lot of goofy going on today. So Flip a Coin Day, where I guess if you're just on a 50-50 decision, you flip a coin and that'll help decide it for you, which we did for you on Friday.
We've got that magic coin, too, that predicted the Miami Heat Game 7 or Game 6.
It was Game 6, yeah. Yeah, people were a little confused yesterday. People were like, that coin didn't work. No, we had flipped for Game 6. It said the Heat was going to win, and they did win Game 6.
Is that what it sounds like in your head when people complain?
Yeah.
Kevin, you're stupid.
Everybody, everything you say is like, you're wrong. And it's like, no.
Your coin made the Heat lose Game 7.
Kevin, you're so stupid.
All the times people complain about us being wrong when we're actually right, and you got to go back and correct it and be like, okay. It's exhausting. It is exhausting. It's also Dare Day today, so if anybody wants to throw out any kind of crazy dares, you got that. It is Go Barefoot Day, which would be great for you, Jay Bird.
That's what was on my mind for today. I have a little question I want to ask Virginia.
Okay. It's also Say Something Nice Day today. So how about that, Virginia? You going to observe that? Say Something Nice Day.
She has to say something nice about Rob Schneider and Cam Newton. She has to.
That'd be
I'm
a
not
great
playing.
challenge.
I know.
Okay.
I refuse.
She's opting out. She's going to come over and turn her mic back off again.
Turn it off.
And today's also Wear a Dress Day. I guess that goes for anyone.
Well, if you look back here, you can see we've got many addresses to choose from.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, for Wear a Dress Day, I brought in lots of different options. We got the dresses for the big girl. We got the dresses for the small girl. We got the dresses for the medium girl.
Okay.
These are all my dresses because I fit all these sizes.
You've been all different sizes.
I go up, I go down.
Girl, I'm glad you brought the plus size because that's where this girl is going to be heading. Although I want to kind of throw my fat ass in that silver one. Is that a big girl dress or a small girl?
That's a medium girl dress.
Oh, it's going to be
It's
tough.
worth a try, isn't it?
You're going to have to stuff me in that thing.
I'll help you,
Worth a
girl.
try.
Don't worry.
Okay, well, Harry Styles is bringing dresses to men, so maybe we'll give it a shot today as well for Wear a Dress Day. Everybody
I'd
can
love
wear a
to
dress.
see all of you just work the runway.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just my game.
So obviously with so much going on, we got a lot to get to. Let's jump in it.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
Well, our Kevin was telling us about how it's National Barefoot Day, and
Yeah.
I know Virginia has been really talking about this OnlyFans thing. She's been the one that's been leading the charge. Oh, we gotta do OnlyFans. Oh, we gotta do OnlyFans. Well, Mama, here's the time to do it. Today's the day, and I got an idea. All it would be your feet. You don't even see your face. It's just your feet, okay, with a saxophone playing in the background. Very, very...
Saxophone or
yes.
saxophone?
Well, saxophone. you know what I'm trying to do here.
All right.
And you are feeding me a Reese's peanut butter bar. I have a long candy bar, and you're feeding it to me in slow-mo. We start our OnlyFans, or maybe we just show this to the people. Go, we're thinking about doing an OnlyFans page. This is the kind of content you're going to get. Would you pay for this?
We're only charging $1.
I think that's too much. I'm just trying to make the money back from the candy bar I bought. If you want to do a 10-second goofy video.
Yeah, I want to do it. But I really wanted to bring Panda in on it and have him be our photographer because he has all the tricks of the trade.
We're not going to need Panda for this. This is a 10-second video. This is just to see if the appetite is there with the people. If KVJ Nation wants this.
All right.
I mean, it's probably the wrong hour to promote it. Although school's out, right?
Yeah.
No, not for Fort Lauderdale, Miami. Those areas they're still in. Palm Beach is out.
Okay, so if you're Palm Beach, you're not hearing my weirdness. But if you're in the other counties, the kids are hearing it.
Palm
I
Beach,
apologize.
Martin, you're out.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right.
The other ones know the kids are all traumatized and weirded out.
Well, the thing of it is, it's not really carnal. It's more weird.
Okay.
It's weird. That's
Okay.
what we're going for. We're not going for any of the sexy stuff.
Not going to try to force sexy on the people.
No, this is more of a bizarre. This is Virginia's idea, by the way. I don't know why I'm getting such weird energy right now. You're so vocal on the podcast about it.
Then she clams up here on the regular show and leaves you hanging.
Yeah, like I'm just now making this up.
Yeah, like this just came out of nowhere.
I want to repeat. Virginia's the one that's always pushing. We got to do an OnlyFans, Kev.
Well, I want to get that side hustle going.
Well-
but I want our videos to be awesome.
Trust me, OnlyFans, it's not about the quality.
Right. Virginia wants this to be some art piece.
Yeah, we don't need to make this thing look great with the lighting and all that.
You sure?
Mama, all I need is 10 seconds and your feet.
All right.
What's on your mind today, Virginia?
I don't know if you know about this place, but I found a new place over the weekend. So Panda goes to get his hair cut at like a real legit barber shop. It's called Ace Cuts.
Oh, yeah.
Off of North Lake. Not too far from Bud's.
I know where it's at.
So we went in there. Rocco got his haircut this weekend. He looked so adorable. They gave Rocco and Panda the same cut.
Oh, nice.
So now they both have like a little fade.
Cute.
It's adorable.
Okay.
And we were leaving, and there's a sub shop right next to it. Have you heard of this King's Sub Shop? You would love it.
Is it new?
It's new to me. I've never seen it there before.
At Palm Beach Gardens, you say?
Right there, it's like a block from Bud's.
Okay, so it's like Lake Park style.
Yes, pretty close to like Camille's and all that stuff that you know.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I think I do know where that's at.
It is like kind of tucked into the corner, this sub shop. I could not believe their soda selection. They had every soda under the sun. Every kind of beverage possible. Some really good stuff. They had your strawberry crush. They had your squirt. They had all your like Dr. Pepper, flavored Dr. Pepper, cherry Pepsi. They had coconut water for me. They had like coffee drinks. They had like, I could not believe this selection. And then they had really good looking subs.
So I'm almost certain this place, they've changed ownerships throughout the years, but this has always been a place in Lake Park, that sub area.
Okay.
And back in the day, back in the 80s, they made the best subs.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
They're in there killing it right now.
All right.
And I thought about you because I'm like, he needs to know this is here.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't think there was anything open there, but I guess there is.
It looks brand new, too.
I think this might be new.
Sharp logo, really cute store.
I mean, Kev, a sub place openings up in Lake Park. I don't know about it.
I know. Well, thank God we got Virginia. That you can't be everywhere at all times.
You can't. You're only one man.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is your kind of place, trust me.
I love it. Two good ideas so far. The OnlyFans and the sub. I'm going to go there for lunch, I think.
A lot of good stuff is coming out of this.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff is coming out of this. What I got on my mind here today, if you've ever worked out, you're always trying to find little tricks, things that work for you. And you'll always hear a bunch of information about workout this way at this time. Well, I saw this today, and if you are a woman that is heading to the gym or coming out of the gym right now, good news, because they say that women should be exercising in the morning. They say if you want to burn fat, it is a great time for you to work out in the morning. You can reduce fat and lose inches on your bellies. Apparently, you'll see a greater reduction in blood pressure, too, from exercising early in the day.
Isn't that true for everybody, though? Aren't you supposed to exercise in the morning?
They say men is different. Men should be exercising at night. They benefit more. Men's blood pressure, the levels of bad cholesterol, and their ability to burn fat all seem to benefit more from evening exercise. Men will also feel less tired exercising before dinner rather than before breakfast.
Yeah, my PE teacher was a liar because I remember him saying that if you exercise in the morning, it doesn't matter who you are, you burn 3 times the calories. You ever hear that? People saying that?
The only thing I've known is that every gym teacher I've ever talked to is wrong.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I've known. They're always out of shape. They're usually wearing those coach shorts that are just too small.
My gym teacher was out of shape.
Yeah. So you got to watch who you take your health advice from. If the person who's giving you health advice doesn't look healthy, there's a good chance you might want to ignore it. Just a thought. Also, the other thing I got on my mind, too, man, I don't know if you watch tennis, but they got the French Open that is going on right now.
Oui, oui.
Oui. Man, I saw a really great match yesterday. I was watching Rafael Nadal was going up against Novak Djokovic. They're 2 of the best. Djokovic, number 1 in the world. He's the guy that hadn't played a couple tournaments because he didn't want to get that COVID shot. And, man, it was a battle back and forth, but Nadal took the win.
I'm telling you, you and my dad, Randy Pennington, got to do a tennis podcast.
Okay.
I'd listen.
Yeah, that's all I got to say about it, but it'd be a great 2 minutes.
2 juicy daddies together.
Oh, yeah. That's what we call the Juicy Daddies.
You can have Virginia. Half the show is Virginia calling in and making my dad feel uncomfortable by calling him the Juicy Daddy the whole time.
Hey, what you wearing?
I don't got any comment or question. I just want to say Juicy Daddy. Goodbye. I'll hang up and listen.
Do you wear tight tennis shorts or loose ones?
My dad, my man wears the tightest ball huggers on
He
the
does.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I'm like, Dad.
And
you
that's
know,
what we're looking for from our juicy daddies. We don't want a juicy daddy in cargo shorts.
I'm like, Dad, let those things breathe, man.
No. Cup them high and tight, daddy.
He still thinks it's 1980 with his shorts.
You don't let him fly, huh?
That look's coming back.
I know it is.
Also, want to say congratulations to Boca Raton's Coco Gauff. She beat Fort Lauderdale's Sloane Stevens. 2 girls from South Florida were in the French Open. And for Coco Gauff, this is her first major semifinal. So, she's climbing up the ranks as she's getting a little bit older. So congratulations to her.
We're still trying to set up that doubles match, me and my dad versus the queen and her dad for tennis. I'd love to do it on a clay. I'm a clay man.
Okay.
I like clay.
Where do they have clay courts around here?
They got them all over.
They
You
do?
just
Okay.
have to look at it. I know they got them out at East Point.
Okay.
Yeah, there's the clay's fun. You can dive, get all dirty.
Oh, Bird loves it. It looks like it'd be painful, though.
It is.
Full gorilla tennis.
Pennington's dive.
Yeah. All right, we'll have a scabby bird in here the following day.
Tell the juicy daddy to be careful diving in them short shorts.
I'm really excited to play the queen and her dad. I want this to happen.
Oh, I think it'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, we definitely need to make that happen. So there you go. Kind of intrigued by this question here. What would you say we are in the golden age of right now?
Complaining.
Okay, yeah. That actually is one of the top answers that we got when we went to the Facebook page.
In a sense, I'm complaining about complaining, but we are living in the time of complaints
Yeah, you're
about
right.
everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, it is a golden age. People love to complain, don't they?
I mean, I think humans like to complain, just it's in their DNA, but
Well, everybody now has a mouthpiece, whereas before we couldn't hear you. People were still complaining. We just, was falling on deaf silence because they can only complain to their family or to their neighbors. But now with social media, we all get to hear it.
oh yeah, everyone's got an audience. Everyone's a public figure, Virginia.
You just realize how miserable most people are.
I got some relatives up in Rhode Island. They should not be allowed on social media. That's not for everybody.
Yeah, I hear you. There's a lot of people. If you just go down the list, there's not many people actually should be on social media,
Agreed.
unfortunately.
A few in this room.
Some of the other things that we heard, and this arguably, I think, is a great time to be alive because there have been periods where art was a golden age, the great thinkers that was going on. But right now, you look at everything we've got, I think you could argue that we are in a golden age of music right now. Now, you may argue and say, oh, I think the 70s was better, the 80s or 90s or whatever. But I will tell you right now that where I would argue this, with the ease of listening to music and the ability of artists to put their music out to the masses, I think right now the environment is ripe and ready to encourage people to put out music and to consume music.
It's quite a statement, and I see where you're coming from. I would agree that we're living in the golden age of the amount of music you can get and that's produced. But when there's so much out there, in my opinion, it starts to become watered down, and that's possibly one other perspective. There's so much of it that you have to sift through a lot of crap to get to those diamonds.
It's hard. It is harder to find. That is the blessing and the curse. So you do find a couple of gems that's out there, and it's almost created a sport. If you love music like I do, it's a sport for me. You have to always go out there and search. And I'm always walking around, and I hear a song even on a speaker or in a restaurant or something like that. And I have that little app that I do, and it tells me what the song is. I'm like, that's a good little song. I've never heard that before.
You're right. It's easier to put all that stuff out, which is a really cool thing. But it's also, it can, to your point, it can be a bad thing too.
Yeah. I would argue that we're in a golden age of entertainment. Think about all the choices of shows and movies that you have to watch now and how easily you can get it, especially when it comes to television. I've argued that where I think we are in a golden age of television. Not that television's been around forever, so you're not really trying to beat much, but with all the platforms and all the show and the money that they're putting in, and you never saw the caliber of actor on a TV show that you have right now. So even though it is a relatively new medium in the course of humanity, I think we're in a golden age of that. Another one is self-education. You know, it used to be that you could never get your hands on books, and most of the population anywhere on planet Earth couldn't even read. It was something that was considered for the elites to be able to get the knowledge, and then the knowledge would equate into power. And now you really can arguably get just as good of an education online or on YouTube as you would in most universities.
When in doubt, YouTube it out.
You're right. Everything.
Taught me how to make cheese enchiladas.
It can teach you how to fix your car. It can teach you how to do plumbing.
Yep.
It can teach you how to do any kind of simple task.
I looked into piano lessons. They were so expensive. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna start watching stuff on YouTube. Didn't have to pay a cent. There's so much out there. How to learn a different language on YouTube.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. No, it really is amazing, yeah, because, you know, once upon a time, if you wanted to learn a language, you had to be in school somewhere, and you had to have somebody that was giving you a Spanish class to be able to learn. You could maybe try to get a book out of a library and try to teach yourself, but that's very tough. But now you've got interactive apps where you can actually hear somebody speaking the language and repeat after them, and that really helps you out.
If you want to learn, this is a great time to be alive.
Absolutely. It's a golden age for it. Photography, you could argue, is a golden age right now because pretty much everybody's got a camera on their phone, and you got tons of tools to manipulate the image.
I know a group of people right now, there's a big fight because the one friend's a professional photographer, but the other friend's getting married is not going to be going through her. She's just having a relative do the wedding through her iPhone, and she's claiming that the iPhone pictures are just as good as the photographers, and there's this big fight within that group. She would be paying the photographer all this money compared to a relative who's doing it all for free.
I would be scared if I were a photographer. For that reason, where a lot of people say, you know what, if we just set everybody loose and had them send us their best photos and we took our own photos, that we may say that expense, because photographers are not cheap.
Right.
Do you know how much they would cost, Virginia, a wedding photographer, if you went with a good one?
Thousands.
Wow.
From what I understand, they were going to be saving quite a bit of money around the 1,000 mark compared to having somebody do it just for free. And in their opinion, it would look just the same. Now, those are their words. Not mine.
And if you went with the strategy of everybody taking photos, hey, let's make everyone our photographer. A lot of people have good sensibilities now with using cameras that you only have one photographer running around a wedding, but imagine if you had everybody at the wedding as a photographer trying to take good photos.
And you could say this, too. You could be like, all right, it's a competition.
Yeah.
The person that takes the best picture wins $200.
There's a lot of
And then you have everybody who's a guest at your wedding competing for that $200.
It's a great idea. There's a lot of people that are good, to your point. They have sensibilities.
Absolutely. I got some interesting comments, too, when we asked the question, what are we living in the golden age of right now? Somebody commented that we're living in a golden age of handicap accessibility. Somebody that is themselves handicapped. They said that technological advancements from the car industry and aftermarket accessories in the last 10 years have made driving viable for many people with disabilities.
Huh, that's cool.
That is very cool that we are there. Somebody else said we're living in the golden age of paleontology. They said the knowledge about the prehistoric world today compared to just 30 years ago is astounding. The looks, behaviors, and even the sounds of many dinosaurs and all their fellow extinct organisms have been explained.
I just saw a documentary. It was half podcast, half documentary about how science has been wrong about a lot of stuff, even in the last 30 years.
And they're finding out.
They're finding out. Go, oh, we might have been wrong about this. Oh, we're off 1,000 years here.
Yeah, so all the things that you learned in school, you have to unlearn and then learn the way it really is.
People can't get things right in real time. You think they're going to get it right from the past?
No, heck no. Heck no. Other things we're in the golden age of right now, scammers.
Yeah, so many scam calls.
Technology's made it easy for them to try to separate you from your money. Carlos on our Facebook page said instant information, and that's true.
I don't think it's a good thing always. I think it's going to have a big hindrance on humanity eventually.
It's got a big downside because a lot of it's wrong. You just look at the school shooting in Texas. And the first day, they're talking about a school resource officer that was outside and met the gunman out front and they exchanged gunfire. And then all of a sudden, we're like, wait a minute, that was all made up? And that was because it came out immediately. So everything that we learned the first day of that shooting, for the most part, in the exchange, wasn't true.
I'm not sure humans are built for so much information overload. I mean, when you get so much stuff coming at you, it's hard to kind of cipher through all of this information, especially if it's different types of topics you're talking about.
The problem is we want the whole story right now. We're used to that. We're used to that on demand where we get everything right now. But unfortunately, you can see, just even using the one example of the Texas school shooting, is you get a lot of information early. You're going to get a lot of wrong information. And then once that's out there, people are continuing the narrative of, oh, no, they had a school resource officer. It's like,
where is that person?
Yeah.
Can that person testify to what exactly happened?
They weren't there. Yeah,
it's just a rumor.
That's what's tough about trying to get all the information, because people will rush it out because they know the demand is there and the eyeballs are waiting for this information, but you just don't have the full story.
And I just they did a study where if a human goes into a convenience store and there's 100 options compared to 20 options, the 100 options starts to make the person go slightly mad. Think about just option constant overload.
Yeah. Chris said, we are living in the golden age of the digital destruction of the human mind.
Amen. Amen.
That really, it all comes together.
I think we're living in the golden age of culinary experiences.
Okay.
We are.
I see these restaurants just stepping it up. Everything from vibe, decor, food, beverage. Like, they are really going all out, especially in this town.
This ain't your grandma's food anymore.
No.
Yeah, we are, to your point, we're very lucky in South Florida that we have some of the best food that you can get anywhere in America.
We are.
We're also in the golden age of eating too much food.
Yeah, true. Which would bring you to the next one. Tommy says we're in the golden age of dad bods.
They have that study out there again. Most women prefer a dad bod compared to... It's got to be a lie, right? Who are they asking?
Well, somebody left a comment on that, and I think this is true, because yesterday we were talking about doing the, Chippendales dance-off thing, and somebody made the comment, I think it's true, it's like, we want to look at sexy bodies, but we want to lay with somebody that's a little fluffy and warm and comforting and cozy.
You sleep with a Chippendales, you marry a dad bod.
Yeah. So one of them you like to look at because, okay, that's nice. You don't necessarily want to see a dad bod doing a striptease for you, but it's nice to know that you got a comforting dad bod that is there with you at night.
Are the percentages super low for me and you to do another Top Gun Chippendale dance?
Right now, they're pretty low.
Okay. I just want to I'll curb my
Pretty low.
enthusiasm.
Yeah, curb your enthusiasm on that one.
I got to work on suits next.
Yeah. And another reason why we got dad bods, Jose says we're in the golden age of breweries.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're delicious. But
I think, we're coming out of that one.
You think?
There was a lot of breweries right before the pandemic. I think the pandemic hurt the breweries a lot.
It did slow it down, and then I think also we've continued on the track of so many more people have done, in a sense, what I'm doing right now, where they've done the keto and they've realized, okay, for many bodies out there, that the carbs and sugar combination is not really good if you're trying to stay a little lean.
Yeah, I'm struggling with staying lean right now, but I got to tell you what, I feel very sexy in this dress.
Yeah.
You were filling it out nicely.
What you got there? Let's do a little sachet chanté for the camera here on KVJ TV. Oh, you did? You squeezed into that.
Oh, I did? Look at that, right?
Yeah, looks
Oh,
good.
you like that?
Come here, girl. Your tag is showing.
Oh, girl.
nice.
Girl.
Take care of me, please.
Yeah.
You like this meat right here? It's boar's head right here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's boar's head.
He got pit hair. It's kind of trying to run to the front.
Yeah, you can tell I'm single. My armpit hair is out of control.
Yeah, it's like trying to connect with your chest hair. It's like
She's filling out the top nicely, though.
Yeah, she-
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I'm girl. Don't be making no fat jokes. I can sense it. I can sense
she's trying to ramp up to one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's build
That's
each
what she
other up.
leads into. Yeah,
She's also sweating a little
Let's
bit.
build each other up,
it's
girl.
warm in here.
Girl.
Well, she's making it hot.
It is. And I'm also going through menopause.
Girl, you got some pit stains, girl.
Yeah, well, I'm keeping this dress.
It actually doesn't fit me.
Am I the only one going to be jumping in a dress today?
No, I will. It's just I'm
hear you.
very distracted over here. But yeah, once I get a moment to have a second where I can try some on, I would love to do that.
This dress is nice because it's got a padded bra that gives me nice, supple bosoms. These are not real. These are not my boobs.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I was gonna say they did seem a little padded.
they're
To
not-
Virginia's point,
they
I'm
are-
glad you made that comment because I was like,
Well, I just saw a comment. Bird really does have. No, these are
Bird
not.
has nice
yeah,
boobs.
it's a good thing you said that because I was thinking that too. I was like, I don't want to say anything, but I'm like, wow.
These are padded.
Okay, good. Thank
and they're
God.
squeezed.
They're not that padded.
They're squeezed
All right.
up. Mama, there's padded.
They're
in
very
here.
padded.
They are padded.
Yeah. I'll give you they're very padded. That's what's adding the.
But yeah, people go, wow, Bird's really filling out. I feel very confident.
She looks great. I mean, you look like you
You
are
do look
ready
good.
for ladies' night and free drinks,
Girl
girl.
power, yeah.
Want to see KVJ TV? Go kvjshow.tv. You can actually watch us on your flat screen TVs or your mobile devices. Spencer said we are in the golden age of medical marijuana.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, what they're doing now with cannabis, I don't think they've ever done in the history of humanity.
Oh, you can eat macaroni and cheese now, and then after you go, oh my gosh, I'm high.
Right. Chula also said we're in the golden age of influencers. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. And Nicole said, yes, we are in the golden age of absolute stupidity. This is idiocracy. So.
Does every generation living in that time say that, though? Go, oh my gosh, we're living in the dumbest time ever of humanity.
They do, but what's happening right now is to the original point we made is the idiots have a mouthpiece.
A lot
So
of
you're
mouthpieces.
hearing a lot of idiots. And so you think it's worse. We've always been this dumb. You just didn't know about it until now. Oh, yeah. Bert is galloping around here. He is feeling good today. It is National Wear a Dress Day, in case you're trying to figure out what to wear. And I guess this applies for everybody, right?
And it does in this room.
I mean, Harry Styles is wearing them. So why not?
Someone's popping a beer because she feels so cute in her little party dress.
Oh, okay. All right. Good for her.
She had me give her ponytails, and now she is just sassing it up. Mm-hmm. Prancing around the room.
It's a lot.
You are a lot.
Couple more texts talking about what we're in the golden age of. Somebody said we're in the golden age of sports. Think about how many GOATs that we currently have playing or recently retired. Athletes are just naturally bigger, faster, stronger than ever, and records are being broken weekly.
Yeah, Kevin, but who's better, Jordan or LeBron?
Yes, that is it. Yeah, no, that's a really good point. Yeah, I mean, almost to a scary level with just how big some of these athletes are and how fast they are. It's kind of crazy. We're also in the golden age of concussions, too. Kind of all ties in. Somebody said, yeah, I hear you on the scammers. We are in a golden age there. My grandma got scammed out of $10K on Friday.
No.
Yeah, scammers are wilding out these days.
Damn, Grandma.
I know, right? What
Don't
the
let
heck,
them take
man?
your money, girl.
What the heck? Well, you know, that's the thing. We're just very suspicious of everybody, unfortunately. And I think that's kind of why we got this email that came in here. It's kind of a KVJ court because you got a disagreement between a husband and wife here. It says, my wife and 8-year-old daughter went to Marshall's specifically to get a $5 toy because our daughter got $100 on her spelling test. She couldn't find anything that was $5 or under, and she started whining about it. Well, they're at the checkout lane, and this random dude in his early 20s turned around and handed my daughter $10 and then just walked away. My wife was just getting off the phone and didn't really see it happen, so she just adjusted quickly and thanked the man. But I was like, no, I'm not down with this. I think it's weird that this random dude just gave my daughter money and I'm not okay with it. My wife says it's just a random act of kindness, but I don't think that you should ever give any random child money like that. Am I wrong? Virginia, you're a very protective mom. What do you think? If somebody handed your young kid some money, are you thinking anything square of it? Or is it just like, oh, okay, thanks, that's really awesome?
It's going to be on a case-by-case basis, and I'm going to fully assess and judge this individual that wants to be kind and give a treat to my little one. Are they going to stick around and expect now to engage? Because that's creepy, and that's not happening.
Sounds like they just gave the money and then just walked off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have that big of a problem with that. It just sounds like, you know, they're out and about, and maybe they have a grandchild they don't get to see, and it makes them sad, and they saw my kid, and they were just like, here, buy something nice.
My mom would always talk about this story about how when she would live up in Rhode Island when she was a little kid, there was this old creepy guy in the neighborhood, and he would walk around. He'd always offer kids $5. I got $5 if you let me see your private parts. That's what
no way.
He was known for that, and they never did anything about him.
Okay, well, we're not going to take that $5.
No, but you're right. He's making it pretty.
He's making it pretty clear
what his motives are.
In fact, that guy is lucky that he didn't get a baseball bat to the skull.
I think it was different back in those days, man.
Well, I think we definitely have more of an awareness of it. And to that point, yeah, I mean, it is crazy and it is scary. And I had just seen the headline the other day that they had found, what was it, like 70 kids that had been, swiped and were in trafficking right around El Paso and Juarez area there, western Texas, and into Mexico.
Yeah, there was a teenager taken from a baseball game. I don't know if you saw that story. She went to go to the bathroom, and sex traffickers kidnapped her. The parents ended up finding her a month later. They did the investigation and found her.
Yeah, and I think there was a Dallas Mavericks basketball game just like a week or so ago. Same thing, teenage girl, and just out in the parking lot, and they just snagged her right there at a busy arena.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, the one girl's going to the bathroom, and they're like, where's her daughter at?
Yeah, and Mike in the chat room, he said, we are in the golden age of groomers. And I see where this dad is coming from. That, yeah, it is odd when a stranger just hands your kid money. It doesn't send off any alarms to me because he hands the money because he probably heard the kid whining and he's like, hey, you know what? I got a little bit extra cash. This will make everything good. As a parent, I do see a couple things. One, you're into dad especially. He's very protective because he hears all these stories that we're talking about. And he's like, no one's getting near my kid, especially with something that would be bait like money. And so he doesn't like that. And I get you, and kudos to you, Dad. I don't think this is a bad situation, though, personally. But I do also see this kid's in his young 20s, doesn't probably get parenting that you can try to mean something good, but if you're trying to set discipline with your kid and show you that you got to work for money and then somebody just hands it to you in line, you've just undone the nice parenting lesson about you need to work for stuff because nobody just hands you money in life. And he's like, here, kid, have $20. Hey, see? So that's the only reason. But he's a young dude that I think meant well. So I don't think it's an issue. But Lynn says, yeah, too many kids are going missing. Stop with this stuff. So I don't know. Is handing a kid you don't know in public randomly some money a bad thing? I'll have Suits put up a KVJ TV poll just to ask the question.
Most of the time when you go out, are the majority of the people, the strangers you don't know, are they monsters or is that just a low percentage?
It is tough because the people who just want to spread love and joy, unfortunately, are a lot of times caught up with the creepers just by doing a random act of kindness.
Totally.
Now, people always think, okay, nobody just does nice things.
Don't you think?
What's your agenda?
Don't you think there's more nice people than monsters? I personally,
Absolutely.
and I think there's a lot more nice people than monsters.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
But I think it only takes one monster
You're
to
right.
ruin your day. So if you're in the Publix and there's 50 people in there,
Yep.
49 of them might be great, but that one monster is the one that you always have to be on alert for.
Agreed. No, you're 110%
And the
right.
monsters are there. I drill that into my kids' heads all the time. But also, don't assume everybody's a monster.
That's what I'm saying.
Trust your instinct. When you look at somebody and like the little hairs on the back of your neck stand up, that's something telling you that person is no good. Really
Yeah.
get in tune with your instinctual animal gut feelings that we all have that sometimes we don't listen to. Slow down, assess the situation, and try to figure out, okay, what's going on here?
Yasik said, this sounds innocent, but the young guy should have handed the money to the mom, not to the kid directly.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be doing anything to anybody's kid in today's day and age.
You got to be super careful. If you are a good guy and you're not a bad person, that is a good piece of advice. Communicate with the parent.
So for the dad wanting to know, is giving a random kid money in public a bad thing? Right now in our KVJ TV chat room, 53% say yes, it is.
And the other percentages are monsters. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so there you go. Ever got a dilemma you want to run it past us? Send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, I kept checking my phone yesterday to see if the jury in the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial had come to any conclusions, and they had not. They deliberated another 7 hours yesterday and are scheduled to resume deliberations today in the Fairfax County Circuit Court. We don't know, so we'll see. They keep asking for different stuff, and time's just ticking. They're really mulling everything over.
Has any expert said if they wait longer, it's better for Johnny Depp? Or...
Well, everybody on TikTok is an expert, Kevin.
I know they are.
And they have all chimed in. Well, we think this. We think that.
According to my sources, Kevin, they said that the jury's going to probably not take too long to deliberate. We should have an answer very soon.
Well, I thought this was kind of funny. You know, they deliberated for about 2 hours before going for the Memorial Day weekend. And the judge was like, all right, now, y'all be sure don't look at any social media or anything.
Right. Yeah.
Please.
Right.
They went to their houses because they're not sequestered. They went and just lived their life for Memorial Day weekend. If they looked on any social media,
Oh, yeah.
they got inundated with pro Johnny Depp, anti Amber Heard. So
Right.
who knows? They're back at it again today.
Well, I'm sure everyone's going to do the honor system and honor that. I'm sure no one looked at social media. I'm sure they all just kept it straight. There's no way. They definitely looked at social media.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I don't know how serious they're taking their 7-person jury job. There's 7 of them because it's only a civil trial. So stick around. It could come down today. In other news, you guys know who this Matthew Morrison is? He used to be on Glee back in the day, and currently he was a judge on So You Think You Can Dance.
Okay.
Apparently, the very married Matthew Morrison decided he would start flirting and reaching out to contestants. So these are contestants on So You Think You Can Dance that are, you know, trying out for the show, and he's supposed to be judging them impartially. He's DMing them on the side, asking them if they'd like to maybe go meet up for coffee or flirty stuff, or
Right.
asking them, you know, what are you wearing?
I'm judging him.
He's married and they have 2 kids, and so I'm sure his wife is surprised to find out he's trying to hook up with contestants on the show.
Probably not thrilled.
And Fox has let him go from his position. He is no longer judging on So You Think You Can Dance. Unbelievable. And finally here, Billie Eilish and her boyfriend just broke up, and everybody's saying that he cheated on her.
How dare he?
How dare he?
It's good for the music.
Great for the music, bad for him. They are coming for him on social
Oh,
media.
yeah.
All the Billie Eilish fans went to see him roast. They are definitely wishing all kinds of things like death and pain and heinous car accidents on him.
But
So,
you know, y'all, sometimes relationships just don't work out.
well, he cheated on her is what they're saying, and that's why they're mad.
Do we know that for a fact?
He's saying he did not.
He's saying he did not.
He's coming out very strong and saying, just because we broke up doesn't mean there was infidelity and I cheated. People do just break up.
Let's hear from Billy. What happened?
No, let's hear from social media instead. They always get it right.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Got some celebrities having a birthday today, like Spider-Man. Tom Holland is 26 years old today. Amy Schumer turns 41. Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill, is 48. Heidi Klum turns 49 today. And Morgan Freeman is 85 years old. Happy birthday to him. And also we got a happy birthday to my kid, Nina. Born on Saturday, Mom and Dad and Big Brother Enzo are excited to bring you home tomorrow. Hi, Morticia in the chat room. That's Gabriel from Salt Lake City. Congratulations. That's so awesome to see.
That is awesome.
Aw,
Yeah,
new
newborn.
baby.
Yeah, love to see that. All right, got any birthday shout-outs? You can always let us know. Just send us an email here, mail@kvjshow.com, and we'll get it on for you.
World Record Wednesday, gotta give your best. World Record Wednesday, we're chasing greatness today.
Jaybird is going after the world record for the most ponytails put in your head at once. It is 72 for the record. He's got a long head of hair. If you haven't seen him in a while, his hair is now down to at least his shoulders, if not below. It's crazy.
We're getting to nipple territory.
Goodness, it's amazing.
Getting there.
What a glorious head of hair you have. My goodness, if they ever need another member of KISS, you could jump right in. You got the hair for it. He's ready to go. So he's got the hair to work there. I guess the question is about putting in the ponytail. Virginia, are you an expert at putting in ponytails?
I think I'm probably the best we've got.
Okay. Better than me. I don't think I've ever done one.
It's just about, I'm going to have to put a bunch of little ones. I mean, I think it is doable. I don't see the problem.
Do you get terrible headaches with ponytails?
I do, but I mean, it's nothing you can't power through just to have 73 of them in your hair and then we win.
Look, we're chasing greatness. A little pain.
Yeah.
It's part of the process.
No pain, no gain.
That's what I'm talking. Yeah, thank you.
That's what they say. No pain, no gain. Okay, so do you have a technique here? Because I know the people in the chat room, they were saying that the secret to this is you have to do once around. And do you do the rubber band going twice around? Now, does that count? Is that one?
That's
one ponytail
that's
right there?
That's a ponytail, right? It's a small ponytail.
Yeah, it's a little tiny one, but it's a ponytail.
Okay. All right. Well, Virginia's going to be working on the hair there. Okay, so you got to get to 73 to get a world record. Denny's is going to be holding the camera for a while.
We're going to speed this up.
Pack a lunch.
We'll do it during commercial.
There'll be some editing going.
Yeah, pack a lunch, big guy. Also today is Wear a Dress Day today. Bird has got a dress on. Virginia's got a whole big selection. I think all the guys might try one on as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it work for Harry Styles, and right now anything Harry Styles does, I'm into.
Chicks love Harry Styles.
Oh my gosh, this guy is just gold. He can't lose right now. Did you see how many hits he has got? Like, he is the hottest thing in all of music at the moment. It's crazy. He has 4 of the top 10 songs.
Dang, Harry.
On the Hot 100 this week, including As It Was, the song Bird loves. That's #1 in the country.
It's such a good song.
That's my cut right now.
#1 song in America, 3 others in the top 10, and all 13 songs from his new album, Harry's House, are in the top 30.
Wow.
Every single one. All 13 in the top 30. That's insane, right? So if Harry Styles wears a dress, I'm wondering if guys are going to be like, you know what, maybe I could rock this. And why not in South Florida? It's cooler, right? Virginia, you wear dresses.
I do.
You know the difference. Is it not cooler to wear a dress?
I much prefer a dress to like jeans or something. Ew.
Yeah.
Oh, jeans in the summertime. My swamp butt. It is rough.
Amen.
So this might be the way to go. So which one do you think I would look best in? Typically black is my color, Virginia. You got 4 different dresses up there. Jaybird's already claimed his.
That's the one. That one right there is the one that I brought for Kevin.
Yeah, that's going to look really good on you.
Yeah.
How do I know if I would fit into this? Is
It's
there
a
way to
stretchy.
tell? Oh, it's a stretchy.
You'll fit.
It's a stretchy.
Look, if my fat ass can fit into this, you can fit into that.
Oh, this is going to be something, huh?
You might win this thing. You might win it.
You very well could take the gold.
Okay. All right. Well,
And it is a competition.
Good heavens. Okay. Well, because I have to speak.
I brought a little extra too. I think suits would look great in the pink.
I don't disagree with the witch. I think pink is his color.
I see you in stripes, Denny's. I
Yeah.
like you in the stripes. I brought that moo dress just in case somebody felt like they were not fitting and they wanted a more baggy dress. Because some days, girl, you just bloated and you need a moo.
I thought I was going to feel bloated, but I got to tell you, I feel fierce. I feel like I'm rocking it.
Okay. Are those ponytails out?
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
you're right. You got
They
double,
fell out.
You got double bag, or double,
What?
you got double twisted.
bag?
You got double twisted. That's slipped out.
So we got 2 in and 2 out, huh?
She's aggressive.
Yeah. Oh, good heavens. All right.
We got a double.
I might have to triple.
No, I usually double.
Those were doubled.
All right, we're already a little cat fight already. Me and my
cat
girl.
fight.
Me and my girl like to fight.
Talking about dresses, I don't know how you feel about this growing trend. They say that the newest thing for dresses at weddings is for black wedding dresses. The bride even to wear black. According to Google Trends, Americans have been Googling them just as much as white dresses over the past year. And a spokesperson for the chain David's Bridal says that you used to have to custom order a black gown, but now they're so popular that they have actually started stocking the dresses.
I don't hate it. I think you should wear whatever looks best on you. And some of us don't look good in white. I mean, I have really light skin.
Yeah, right.
I had to spray tan the bejesus out of myself at my first wedding because I did wear off-white, but I had to spray tan to get the right color next to the dress. For my second wedding, I went with more of a champagne colored dress.
If I had to wear white at my wedding, I would have barbecue sauce on it.
Yeah.
Within minutes.
You know she's serving ribs at the reception.
Oh, whoever doesn't have barbecue sauce at their wedding, they're doing it wrong.
They say the most popular growing trends for wedding dresses, aside from white, which is already the established black #1, then blue, purple, and red.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down, anymore.
cares?
Just do you.
I mean, people are always going to have something to say. Like your older aunts are going to be like, oh, I can't believe she wore a black dress. What's going on? Ignore. Mm-hmm. Wear what makes you feel confident and happy on your wedding day, and don't listen to anybody.
Our older aunts are dying off.
You guys are aunt people. I'm aunt. Where's aunt from and where's aunt from? Why do I say aunt and you guys say aunt?
Aunt. I say, well, I think I go back and forth.
I do too. I go back and forth. Auntie is what you say in New Orleans.
Okay.
So
what is the proper way? Is it aunt or is it aunt? Where does that come from?
I guess it just depends on where you're from.
I think aunt is right. Because every time I say aunt, what are you talking about? A bug?
Huh.
Yeah, but who knows?
Because aunt sounds weird to me. I'm kind of curious. Suits do an impromptu poll here.
Is it aunt or aunt?
Yeah. Aunt or aunt, and where does that come from? You can hit up KVJ TV and let us know.
What's hot now on the KVJ Show?
I'll tell you what's hot. The Kevin Ralston and Sweet Denny's in a dress.
It's National Wear a Dress Day. And so, yeah, all the guys on the show are rocking dresses, but I don't know what happened. I think Kevin had his on inside out and twisted, and he said 5 curse words and said, that's it. Took it off.
I counted at least 7 F-bombs from Kevin. That's some of my favorite footage I've ever taken. I cannot wait to release that to the public.
That did not work out well.
That was a full-on meltdown.
So I just needed to help you get in it. That's a tight dress, first of all, Kevin.
Yeah.
And you had the armholes at the front. Like,
Yeah.
it should have been to the back.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. Good heavens. I mean, is it that hard to put dresses on? That was crazy.
It is. It's pretty
I
hard.
had no idea.
And thank you for making me laugh so hard. That was great fun.
I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Okay. All right. I gotta
Denny's,
catch up
you
on a
look
couple things here.
amazing.
Look at this sassy bee.
Show Kevin your little slit that you love.
Looking all thirsty.
Look at him. He got a little slit up the side.
Oh, look at you. Everybody else looks great. I'm so jealous.
Who ordered this tall glass of hot water?
Okay. Jaybird and Denny's are looking amazing, and Virginia is also working on Jaybird's hair. He's going for the world record for the most ponytails in your hair at one time, so it all kind of works out with the dress. 72 is the record.
I mean, what a perfect storm of just goofy in one day. Sometimes that happens. Just a bunch of goofy stuff happens at one time.
It's kind of meant to be, girl.
Girl, I'm feeling very confident. Although I'm looking at the view back right now and the playback on the video. I look pretty rough right this second. We got to finish these ponytails up.
You look like, I don't know, maybe like a girl that's doing the walk of shame.
All right, I know you wanted to be an insult, but I'm not taking that as an insult.
No.
This girl gets action.
Yeah.
That girl did get some love in.
Okay, we were asking the question earlier, is it aunt or aunt, and where do the two come from? Somebody said the pronunciation using aunt was brought over to America when British immigrants came over, since it originates from Britain, and aunt developed later, which is why it is more common in less populated areas. Huh. And somebody else texted in and said, yeah, I say aunt too, and I've always wondered. I was born and raised in South Florida. My mom is from Miami. So when we asked, is it aunt, A-N-T, basically in the pronunciation, or aunt, A-U-N-T, 51% are going with aunt, and 48% are going with aunt. So it's split pretty much right down the middle.
Right down the middle.
Yeah. As to what people use. So always fun little things to settle there. If you want to check out KVJ TV, it's on YouTube. Go subscribe, ring that bell for the video updates that we do, or you can go easily at kvjshow.tv.
People fighting online, losing their minds. So we read the crazy crap they write and have a fun time. Well, get ready for this week's digital drama.
Okay, what we have got here today is a couple rants. One, Patricia is ranting about how her ex cheated on her with a, quote, ugly chick. I'll play the role of Patricia. Virginia, you can be Vinny. Bird, you'll be Sean. And Denny's, you can be Brenda here.
And Jaybird, you can be the ugly chick. Oh.
I don't know why we got to tear each other down as women. 2022, let's build each other up.
You have a beard.
And it sucks. I'm playing a dude in this, it looks like. I know, the wrong day to wear a dress and play a guy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go with Patricia's post. She said,
my boyfriend cheated on me with a fat-looking heifer. Not only was she fat, but she wears makeup like how a hooker would wear her makeup just all over her face. How can he cheat on me with that piece of trash?
My ex-husband did the same exact thing. He threw away our marriage for some 300-pound pig. I just don't get men.
And this girl works at Winn-Dixie. I can't believe this happened to me, of all people.
Isn't Winn-Dixie known as the beef people? Sounds like a lot of beef was being exchanged. Sorry, I make jokes when things are messed up.
Ew, that's gross, Vinny. Not the time for insensitive jokes.
My ex was cheating on me with the UPS guy. He was bald, he was fat, he was sweaty, he was way out of a league. I don't know why she cheated on me with that gargoyle.
They say people cheat with ugly people because ugly people will let you do whatever you want to them in the bedroom.
wow.
I once dated an ugly broad and she was dynamite in bed. Let me do everything under the sun.
Vinny is so right. Ugly people are the best in bed. The best sex I ever had was with a woman who was a 1 out of 10. She was extremely homely, but the sex was mind-blowing.
Look, I know you guys are trying to make me feel better, but you're not. Now all I'm thinking about is my ex and that pig doing everything under the sun, having mind-blowing sex. FML.
I mean, is that true? I guess ugly people call in, let us know. It's a joke.
Got another post here that somebody screenshot and sent us from social media. Somebody apparently is stealing Charles's pink flamingos, and he goes on to social media to rant, and it turns on him quickly. I'll be the role of Charles. We got Virginia playing Omar. Bird is going to be Sharon, and Denny's, you can be Linda.
Get it, Linda?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I
Get
like how
it.
you have a female role and you're wearing a dress.
It works out.
Ooh, I'm a girl, man. Oh, I'm Sharon. Ooh,
Oh, you're a girl too?
yes, I love it.
Oh,
All right,
good,
let's
good,
work
good.
it. Let's get fierce.
Charles said, "Whoever keeps stealing my pink flamingos, please stop. They are expensive and they mean a lot to me. I've had 7 of them stolen in 2 months."
Dude, just get a Ring doorbell camera. It's that easy. Then you won't have to keep bitching on the internet about your pink flamingos.
Well, excuse me there, Omar. Sorry, I didn't realize I was annoying you so bad. Lighten up, dude. Jeez.
You need to quit being such a sensitive bitch, Charles. I'm just saying, all you do on here is complain about everything. It gets old, bro.
Damn, Omar, why are you calling out Charles? The man just wants to get his pink flamingos back. You don't need to be a jerk about it.
Unfortunately, Omar is right. I love my boy Charles, but he is such a Debbie Downer. It's embarrassing to see your close friend make a joke out of himself publicly. Time for tough love, Charles.
Fair point, Sharon. He could be negative. You're coming from a place of love. I know Charles complains about all the women he has that have done him wrong. He even doxes some of them. Maybe you should listen to your friends, Charles.
What in the actual F? How has somebody stealing my pink flamingos turned into everybody crapping on me as a person? Maybe I'm negative because nobody ever supports me.
You're kind of proving my point, Charles. If you're always at the center of drama, there's a good chance that you're the problem. Also, pink flamingos look awful and they drop the value of our neighborhood when you put them on your lawn. The thief did you a favor.
Wow.
Sharon bringing the heat.
Bring that heat.
All right, bring us your fights. See them, screenshot them, send them to mail@kvjshow.com. Well, not only is it National Wear a Dress Day today, it's also National Flip a Coin Day, which is something we love to do and we did on Friday. If you are in a situation where you need a definitive answer to a 50-50 question that you're trying to decide, you can let us know. We've got a magic coin here, and we proved it was magic because on Friday we asked before Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals that the Miami Heat were playing the Boston Celtics in. We flipped a coin. We said, okay, who magic coin do you see winning? And it landed on the Miami Heat, and the Heat did win Game 6. They unfortunately lost Game 7 to the Celtics, and that's why they're no longer in it. But the magic coin was right. And listen to this. Remember the other one that we had of the guy who wanted to know if he should bang his hot boss, but he just didn't know if he'd get into trouble?
Yes.
Cause
we need the
issues?
details.
I got a text this morning, and it said, I did take the advice of the magic coin, and I hooked up with my boss, and let me just say, it has been the best sex ever. We really haven't stopped since Saturday night. Anything you think of, we are doing.
Whoa.
Amazing, and thank you, coin. I'm going to ride this out till it fails.
Wow.
Terrible for your professional life, but I'm glad you're having fun
Yes.
during
Glad
your
you're
personal.
having
You can
fun.
always get a new job. It's hard to get new awesome booty.
True. Good point. All right, today is National Flip a Coin Day. If you got a 50-50 tight decision, just grab a coin and ascribe one outcome to one side and the other outcome to the other and flip it and see what it lands on. And then sometimes they have said that when you just leave it to fate or to chance, that more often than not, people wind up with a better outcome and they're happier with it. It's a lot of times just the uncertainty, and you wind up overthinking your problems. And overthinking, they found, can actually be bad. You just need to impulsively sometimes go with that one thing or just let fate take over.
Just eat the chocolate cake.
Yeah, okay.
Quit
Never
this
asked that
war
one.
you're waging on yourself. Just eat it and enjoy it.
Okay, so we got some texts that people sent in here. 877-979-WRMF. Virginia, do you have the magic coin ready to go?
I do. I have it right here.
Okay, first one here says, I want to become an actor, but I have a serious girlfriend here in South Florida who won't leave. Should I stay or should I go? Okay, we'll put heads on going, heading on out, and tails. We always do that for staying here.
Leaving it behind you.
Keep your tail right here.
All right,
Okay.
here we go.
Okay,
It's heads.
go. Wow.
Wow.
Bye.
Wasn't the prettiest looking flip.
That was quick.
You think maybe there's some effect with the flip?
It was just a clunky. It hit like 9 things. It got stuck in her mouth from her computer.
Poor execution on the flip.
That's all right. Well, you'll get better.
I'm working it out.
You'll get better.
Okay, here we go. Next one. This person wants to know, I want to get a nose job, but my husband doesn't want me to. I'm scheduled for surgery tomorrow, but I am now contemplating canceling.
Oh.
Should I? Are you
Fumble.
flipping already?
Fumbles over here. She's got butter on her hands, Kevin.
I got into the story. I dropped the quarter.
Good Lord.
You're about to lose your position as coin flipper.
Okay, we'll have heads since you're dealing with something on your face and the nose is on the heads.
So it lands heads, you're getting
You're
it?
getting the nose job, yeah.
Wow, the husband doesn't want the nose job.
No,
this
wants her
is
to cancel it. So if she gets heads, then the magic coin is saying, go on ahead and get that nose job, make yourself feel better, and screw what your husband says.
All right.
If it lands on heads.
Heads.
Hey,
Wow.
we're getting a nose job.
We are putting people against their partners today with
We
this
are.
magic coin.
Oh my God. For 100%, we're 10 out of 10 with divorce.
Dang. Okay, another one here says, my boyfriend thinks our love life is dull and suggested a threesome. We've already got a girl in mind who would be perfect and is willing. I'm hesitant but don't want to lose my boyfriend. Should I do it?
Let the coin speak.
Okay, the coin doesn't even need to tell you this. If you're hesitant, listen to your heart. Don't let no man talk you into a threesome if you don't want to do it.
Yeah, that feels like better advice. We'll skip that one on the magic
Yeah,
coin.
come on. You just said you're hesitant, you don't feel comfortable, you don't want to do a threesome. No, he's going to just end up sleeping with her without you anyway when you're not around.
So
Oh,
just
geez.
like that, we're screwing the coin over? We're saying no to the coin?
No, I'm saying no to the coin.
They take the time to email. Look, they're asking. They're hesitant with the decision.
Don't do it.
I agree with you. I don't think they should do it if you're not into it. But man,
You still want to let the coin speak?
well, I mean, what's the point of the coin bit if we don't do the coin bit?
Yeah.
Hey, can you guys please flip a coin? No, I don't like it. Man, they're awful.
Well-
Hide in the bushes, Kev.
Pushing her into some threesome.
You're right. I don't know if I want that hanging off of our magic coin.
I can't be a part of letting the coin even dissuade her from her gut instinct, which is
Yeah,
telling
you're
her
right.
she's uncomfortable. She doesn't want to sleep with a woman and him together,
Yeah,
but she's doing it for him.
Yeah.
That is not the reason to do it.
Yeah.
I would like to talk. Virginia's throwing a lot in that 5-second sentence you read. We don't know if that's what's really going on. It might have been suggested. I'm more upset that we're just ruining it. Can we flip the coin to see if the magic coin game should be ruined or not?
I mean, we can flip it, but I am
no.
just disgusted with this guy.
I'm running out of bits.
Well, Virginia's ruining them all.
Sorry, you have to stand for something. And I don't think anybody should be told they have to do a threesome
She is right.
to save their relationship. Oh, do I lose him? Lose him.
You don't have to argue. You're right.
Oh my
You're
God!
right. We'll move on. I've got another one here.
He's disgusting.
Another bit that turned fun.
Yeah. Okay, somebody wants to know if they should sell all their Dogecoin today.
Oh.
They've been losing. People are like, this is the investment of the future, but some people have been holding on, been losing their butts. Okay, so we'll say if it lands on heads, you sell it, use your head and sell it. Tails, you keep it.
Okay.
Heads, sell. Tails, keep.
It says sell heads.
Okay. That feels like I might be right, but I know nothing about Dogecoin and finances.
Isn't Dogecoin like even less cool than Bitcoin?
I don't know. I just know about Doja Cat.
It's, yeah. There you go.
Doja Cat.
cryptocurrency.
Keep Doja Cat, sell Dogecoin.
Yeah, I know they're really trying to make Miami like a big capital for the cryptocurrency. And I assume one day it'll take off and it's the currency of the future, but I don't know if it's the currency of today. So there you go. All right, well, if you got anything else, always love flipping a coin. If you have threesomes, keep that to yourself. Anything else, you can text into us, 877-979-WRMF.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, it's certainly sad to see yet another NFL player's life cut short. And this time, he didn't just take himself out, he also died with the 26-year-old woman that he was in the car with and dating. Now, the player is Jeff Gladney, who is an Arizona Cardinals cornerback. Now, he had a little drama. He sat out a year defending himself in a case where he was found not guilty of assaulting his girlfriend, his old girlfriend. This is a new girlfriend that I guess was in the car with him when he was speeding the other night in Dallas and accidentally clipped a car and flipped his car, and he and his female companion both died in the crash. He was only 26 years old.
Yeah, I mean, this, is kind of like the Raiders player that was going way too fast in his car in Vegas and slammed into the other car and, killed the woman that was in that vehicle. Yeah, it's tough. The NFL has had a tough year.
They have.
With car accidents and guys getting in these crazy fast, expensive sports cars and just going way too fast.
I think we should give them all Camrys. You can't buy a fast car the first 3 years you're in the NFL. You automatically get an NFL Camry, and that's it.
Well, it's one of the big challenges, because these guys are still really young. And
Yes.
in your 20s, you're still a little crazy. And when you are treated like a god and you've got the money of a god, it is tough. I wouldn't have been good at that age with that kind of money. And so it's tough. Some of them, like our friend Christian Wilkins, he's got his head screwed on straight, but it's tough for a lot of them, to do that.
Absolutely. Your boy Gene Simmons is talking about how Kiss is making more money than they ever did before.
I don't doubt it.
I don't doubt it.
No, I don't doubt it either. Their audience, their fan base is a lot older. I think a lot of the classic rock bands are finding that out because now, they got old middle-aged fans and they've got a little bit more expendable income and they charge ridiculous amounts of money to go see them.
But the other thing, too, you got to realize about Kiss, and I just seen this on them, they are one of the few bands that really do have new generations of people coming to their shows because of the makeup, because of the fire. There's a lot of little kids at Kiss shows now.
Sure, it's more theatrical than many bands out there. It's not just the music.
And if you were a Kiss lover and then you play their music for your kids, the reason why I like a lot of the music I like is my parents played it for me. It was always around me.
Yeah, they do have cool theatrics, so I get it.
And the final one here, Stranger Things just broke Netflix record for the biggest premiere weekend. Bridgerton had formerly held that record. Now Stranger Things Season 4 holds the top spot of the most hours of view time in a premiere weekend.
Okay, I'm thinking that might be where I go. I might get back on it.
Yeah, you should.
That sounds like it.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
All right, got your makeup or breakup emails here. Should you stay in your relationship or get out? Somebody wants to know if they need to break up because their girlfriend is Team Amber. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Says, my girlfriend and I have become obsessed with the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial. My girlfriend is on Team Amber and has made the trial more about a societal struggle of women than a trial between two celebrities. It blows my mind that my girlfriend could actually side with her. She believes that this trial shows just how society always discredits women when they are abused by toxic males. My girlfriend is so vocal and locked in her opinion that her comments make me irate. I'm not as Team Johnny as I am against Amber Heard. I think the trial has shown that she is horrible and toxic, and I believe that she should have to pay for the character assassination of Depp in her op-ed piece in the Washington Post. This trial has brought out this crazy social justice side of my girlfriend that I'd never even known existed, and I'm not so sure I like it. I'm starting to wonder if this is something that I can even look past. Is this a ridiculous reason to flush 5 good months down the toilet that happened before the trial?
You guys have a major difference of what you're into. I think this is not going to work out, actually.
5 months is not that long. Look, this is what happens when you're dating somebody. You figure out their personality slowly but surely. She's just thrusting you into her opinion. If you guys are able to have your own opinions and then not fight about it, it's good, but it sounds like you're fighting.
I'm with the witch on this one. If you're able to just, all right, you have your opinion, I got my opinion. But if someone's trying to throw their opinion and their way of life down your throat and you're not feeling that,
You can't talk about the trial. That's it.
But if everything always leads to the society, blah, if everything's always leading to a fight about why women are, down and out, it might not work for y'all.
Agree to disagree. I think it's a silly reason to break up a relationship over.
I know a couple.
If she keeps attacking you, then you got to go. But I mean, yeah, if you can stay away from him, stay away from him. You're good.
This couple that I knew, the woman loved Hillary Clinton. The man loved Donald Trump, and they were married. And they just said, we're not going to talk about it because they were both so passionate thinking that they were right that they couldn't have any kind of conversation about anything about politics. So you have to decide you're not going to talk about the trial.
Yeah, I think that's a normal thing in a relationship. Everybody's going to have hot button issues. I know there's things with the Mexican queen that's like, let's just not even go there because we don't agree on this and it's going to cause a fight and it's not that important.
But it sounds like if it's going to always cause a fight, it's always going to be a thing. In this scenario that you're talking about.
Some people just like to fight too, and if you find out you're with somebody that likes to fight and
then
you
break
don't
up.
like to fight.
But I mean, I don't know if I could do that. If someone's vocally on social media, always giving their point of view, and I thought it was cringy and wrong, and I didn't like it, and then they're fighting with me, that would be tough to go through in a relationship.
And it's only 5 months in.
Yeah. I'm saying stay away from it, and you don't need to break up. If she won't let you stay away from it, then break up. That's my thought.
Yeah, it's a breakup.
Okay, versus breakup. Okay, makeup or breakup, my boyfriend is no fun on vacation.
Aw, that's the one time to be fun.
Well, here's what's going on. This email, mail@kvjshow.com, says, my boyfriend is a great companion when you want to go to dinner or shopping or stay home and binge watch TV. The thing he is not awesome at is cutting loose. So my girlfriends are planning our yearly girls trip to Key West, and this year they all have boyfriends and they want to bring them along. This trip is a chance for me every year to get a little crazy and to get it out of my system. My boyfriend does not drink and doesn't like when I get drunk. He's okay with me drinking, he just gets very vocal about me having too much. My boyfriend is already aware that the boyfriends are coming this year and seems willing to go, but I know how he will be. I'll either have to really curtail my drinking or wind up fighting with him the entire time. Just analyzing my decision has me wondering if we are just maybe not meant for each other. Everything else is fine, but if I can't go out and get wasted without getting grief, aren't I with someone who won't let me be the real me?
It sounds like you're a horrible drunk and then you're hiding behind it.
Do I dump him now before this girl's trip, or will I regret my decision by the time I get back?
I mean, if you get all hammered and you're awful to be around, is it possible it's you?
You shouldn't take him on this trip. You should go and have fun without him.
How do you sell that to a guy who knows that all the other boyfriends are going and you're not invited?
Well, all the other boyfriends don't yell at me for drinking.
But here's the thing. Look, if you have somebody in the circle of friends that gets drunk and can't handle their business and they ruin it for everybody, that ain't fair to the group, man. It's just not fair to everybody. If you can't handle your liquor and you're going to be the problem, you need to stay your ass at home.
Yeah, it sounds a little short-sighted. If everything else is great in your relationship and you just need a whole weekend to get really blackout drunk and your boyfriend is like not down with that.
Well, a lot of people aren't down with your partner getting blacked out drunk because most people turn into maniacs when they're blacked out drunk. There's a reason why he doesn't want her to get blacked out drunk.
He might be
because she
trying to help
probably
you
did
out.
some awful stuff when she was blacked out drunk.
Yeah. I would see if you can't try to do something else and have a good time and, try to keep your drinking under wraps. You said he's okay with you drinking.
Look,
try to not get too crazy.
I love to party with everybody. Nobody likes to be around someone who's blacked out drunk. It's annoying.
Yeah.
It's annoying. If everyone's not blacked out drunk, the person that's blacked out is horrible to be around.
Yeah. And if nothing else, just commission him with saying, hey, I'm going to have a couple drinks, but, help me to make sure I'm working in waters and all that stuff so I can keep it under wraps. I think it's silly to end a relationship
And you can
over
stick to like doing beer or doing, seltzers or something that's less alcohol. That might help you too if you're not doing like shots or mixed drinks.
Yeah.
But I'm not married like y'all, so it's different for you. But if I ever find myself in a situation where I'm having a conversation about telling someone they got to curtail their drinking, and now I'm watching their drinking because they can't handle it. I think that the relationship's doomed to me. If now I have to, you can't go because you're drinking, or if I'm now babysitting your drinking, that's too much for me.
He might break up with you.
Yeah.
No.
Most marriages, though, it does come up.
I'm not saying it, but in your marriage, you guys are already bound by law. I'm just saying, if I was in a situation with a girlfriend and she would always get blacked out drunk and it was causing drama, and we have to continue to have that conversation, it's too much drama.
It doesn't sound like she does it often. This is her one time a year where she likes to go and let all that happen. And this is where she's like, this is my blackout drunk trip. Yay.
And then this is the trip that he doesn't go on.
Okay, you're not invited because you're no fun.
Yeah,
I'm going to get blackout
I'm
drunk.
going to get blackout drunk with all these people that you may not know.
Bunch of other guys there.
If you want to swing from the chandeliers and he doesn't like that, then he doesn't get to go on that trip.
I love to party. It's hard to defend blackout drunk.
Yeah.
It's just hard to defend.
I hear you. I think you probably will regret it. You asked, will I regret it when I get back? I think you probably will. I would not do it. Be my own personal thought. Okay, and somebody wants to know here, makeup or breakup. His ex is back. It says, I've been with my boyfriend for 6 months now, and I am in love. We had both been in long-term relationships and took a lot of time off before dating again. We were both destroyed, but have helped each other put our own pieces back together. And that's why I noticed when I saw a text pop up on his phone that it was from his ex-fiance.
Oh, no.
At first, he tried to deny that it was even her.
What?
But I made him show me the text, and it was her. And she said, hey, I just need to run something by you. I asked him how he was going to respond, and he told me that he wouldn't respond. Well, that was 2 months ago, and I thought nothing else about it. Well, now I'm hearing from a friend of mine that she saw my boyfriend playing tennis with his ex. Ooh. My boyfriend is in a tennis league that he goes to every single week, and apparently his ex-fiance has joined the same league as him. I guess that's what she wanted to run by him. Not only that, they have become partners in their mixed doubles division. That's where men and women play against and with one another. When I confronted my boyfriend about it, he acted like he didn't know what I was even talking about. Then he went into some weird story about he and his ex just randomly got paired together as partners. He swore that nothing is going on and that all that is just a weird coincidence. Is this just a coincidence, though, or should I assume he is getting back with his ex? I can't take being broken again.
Wallace Pennington has heard enough. I'm out.
You're out.
They are totally dating on the side and hooking up.
Okay, let me just tell you something about mixed doubles. There's no random thing going on with that. Mm-hmm. Okay, you have to pick your partner, and that's what's going on, and they are, without a doubt, playing with rackets and balls off of the court.
Yeah, to me, this is something where you just have to say, look, I'm not comfortable with it, and I'm still a little fragile. I don't want another relationship. I'm not ready for something like that. So I'm going to need you to stay away from your ex-fiance. And if you can't do that, then you tell me everything I need to know. But
he already can't.
This is such a breakup.
Well, then if he can't, then you break up. But I would give him the one last chance. That's how I would
sneaking
lay it down.
around. He's being a little sneak. He's lying. I'm already done.
No balls. Ralston's sticking around.
Oh.
No, I'm giving him one last chance. I'm saying, here's what you do. You are not going to be playing tennis with her. And if you choose to, then we are not going to be together. But I would give him that option.
Ralston, you're going to get your heart broken again.
Again. Okay. Probably.
You got to put them walls up, Ralston.
Oh, man, so many walls.
Ralston has no walls.
I can let you borrow some of my walls. They're getting pretty big, pretty large.
If you need a wall.
You got walls to spare.
I got a few walls I'd like to get off my back.
Yeah. All right, need to get a Gen Xer on here to play with Bird in the Battle of the Generations. Our millennials all set and ready to go. So if you know your pop culture trivia and you're between around the ages of 46 to 57, call us up, 877-979-WRMF. You would know things like the original Top Gun, which came out 36 years ago and is the #1 movie at the box office, getting great reviews on it. And yesterday we were talking about the best 2 movie franchises. Which is the best of all time? And after a day of voting, Top Gun is in 3rd place.
Yeah, Danger Zone, baby.
Best 1-2 combo. 14% of the people in the poll think that that is the best 1-2, only 2 movies for the best 2-movie franchise. Number 1 is Deadpool. Got a solid lead with 23%. People are saying that is the best 2-movie franchise, followed by Guardians of the Galaxy with 12%. Or sorry, they're in Top Gun's in second. Guardians of the Galaxy is in third. But Guardians of the Galaxy is not going to last on this list very long because they've got a third movie coming out next year. So it'll become a trilogy and it'll no longer be a best 2-movie franchise.
Why drop that Grimsley 2? We're going to have that talk.
Oh, yeah.
Grimsley too.
Oh, yeah. Other 2-movie franchises making up the top 10. The Incredibles is in at number 4 with 8% of the vote. Then you've got Wayne's World in there at number 5 with National Treasure, Kill Bill, Coming to America, 48 Hours, and The Mummy in the top 10. If you want to go vote, you just simply go to kvjshow.com and let us know. One person sent a text about Top Gun Maverick. They said, yeah, we saw it over the weekend. It was great. And I was wondering if you guys all had call signs, what would you want them to be? Because you got Maverick, you had Goose, you had Iceman. Those are all some of the calls I remember from the original.
When I was a kid, I was Hideaway.
Hideaway?
Yeah, that was my name. I had a club called Captain Camo, and my best friend JR was Captain Camo. I was Hideaway. My sister was Thrasher.
Okay.
And our mission would be to run around the block because I wasn't allowed to run around the block. So we could run around the block without my mom catching us.
Oh, that's
mission
exciting.
Success.
Wow. That's exciting stuff.
Hideaway.
Virginia's call sign have to be witch, right?
It is.
Okay.
We already kind of got him. Witch, the bird. I mean,
Yeah.
I love the bird. I kind of want to start wearing feathers into work.
Yeah, Denny's actually the name we call him is really a call sign.
We all have nicknames.
Yeah. Suits.
Suits. I mean, we call you.
I think Beatty would probably be about it, right?
I mean, we've had so many for Kevin. Diet
Riggy.
Pansy, Riggy.
Okay, Riggy.
Yeah.
Riggy seems like that works for a fighter pilot.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, yeah. I think there is a Riggs
Is there?
in Top Gun. I think there's a
Okay.
Riggs.
There should be. If not, okay, well, there you go. That would be our call signs. That's a fun thing. I think everybody should get their own call sign at your work today, and you should call people by only their call signs.
I need to really go all in on this bird thing. You know, you always call me Bird. It's the nickname. I should start wearing jackets with feathers on it. Really just go all in on the
The helmet
bird.
just says bird
I
across
love it.
the front of
Beak.
it. Yeah.
Quack. Where my birdies at? Quack.
Yeah.
Quack.
Somebody said my call sign should be the Bronc.
The Bronc is
Oh,
great.
the Bronc
Yes,
is
yes.
great.
Okay.
People in my personal life call you the Bronc. So how's the Bronc doing?
From my bronchitis. Okay, it is time to get to our battle of the generations here today. This is a big one because we have got those young, old Gen Z in a 1-point lead over the millennials, 25 to 24. Gen X is at 16 trying to catch up. So if Berg could get the win today, he's clawing back.
I hate to say this, Denny's, but I gotta destroy you.
He's clawing like a bird.
Yeah, I'm in the mood to eat a Denny's sandwich. And I'm real hungry.
Denny's, your partner is going to be Brian from Jensen Beach. Hello, Brian.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good
What's
morning.
up?
Good morning. And for Gen X, we've got Christy from Pompano Beach. Hello, Christy.
Good morning, KVJ.
Yeah, Christy, quack.
Bird.
Yeah, where my
bird.
birdies at? Quack.
Okay.
There it is.
Yeah. You got a call sign and everything. This is great. Okay, here we go. We're going to start off with our millennials. The younger generation goes first. Your question, Brian, if you can get this by yourself in 2 seconds, you'll get 2 points for your team. If Denny's has to answer for you correctly, he'll get 1. Your question, tell me this. Who starred as twins Haley and Annie in 1998's The Parent Trap, Brian?
Lindsay Lohan.
Oh,
Lindsay Lohan is
Millennium.
correct.
Whoa! The Malin's trying to win.
Yep. Starting off with a 2-pointer there.
Sorry that my beer's hitting.
It's kicking in.
Breakfast beer.
Okay, here we go. This is your first question here. Christy, answer it by yourself for 2 points. Your question. In the Harry Potter movies, What were the 7 hidden objects called that Lord Voldemort split his soul into? Okay, what did you say? Sorry about that. Go ahead, Christy.
I have no idea. Sorry. I'm sorry, Bird.
Okay.
Harry Potter and the Sorceress. Stones? Stone sounds good.
You just want to be stoned. That's why stone sounds good.
I feel like it's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer. Yeah, I don't know, though. Kevin's got that look of smug on his face like, you're wrong, Bird.
I'm just listening, man.
Keystones?
Keystones.
We'll go Stone. We'll go Stones.
He's going to go stones. No.
Bones?
No.
It's another word. It rhymes with a word.
Jones?
Loans?
No. Horcruxes.
What's that rhyme with?
Well, I said you like the stones and you like the whores. So it's Horcrux. That's what I was saying.
He's obviously high right now.
Oh my God. Between me and Denny's, Kevin, I'm sorry.
I can't believe you didn't know that.
I love that explanation.
Okay, back to the Millennials with a 2-point lead. Okay, here's your question, Brian. Get it in 3 seconds for 2 points. What artist dated and featured Ashley Simpson in his video for the song On the Way Down?
Oh, man. I have no clue.
Okay, Denny's, do you know that to save a point?
I do not.
Okay.
Can I steal it away for no points?
Yep,
Ryan Cabrera?
that is correct. Ryan Cabrera. Let's see what we're looking for there.
No points there, Denny's.
Okay.
But you got street cred points
And that's
from knowing
really,
that.
that's all I'm looking for.
Okay, here we go. Back to Gen X and Christy and Pompano. Get this by yourself for 2 points in 3 seconds. What is Post Malone's real name?
I know this. Oh my gosh, I know this. Shoot, Bird, I know you know this, but I swear I know this. Oh my
Okay,
I can't
sorry. Got to give it to Bird here to try to save a point. Bird, what is Post Malone's real name?
Ricky Plummer.
Ricky Plummer.
Ricky Plummer.
I mean, it's a pretty boss name.
Thank you, Denny's.
Not it. It's Austin Post. Austin Post.
So close.
Okay. All right, let's see. A 2-pointer would be devastating here if you can land it, Brian. Let's see if you can get this. What is Jacob Sartorius famous for doing on TikTok?
Dances, I would assume.
Dancing. Okay.
Ooh, sweet Denny's.
I'm going to say lip syncing.
That is correct.
It's one of the two.
All right.
Okay, lip syncing was it. Okay, all right. You desperately are going to need a 2-pointer here if you want to stay in this. Your question, Christy. What does it mean on social media when someone tells you to go LMR? Go and LMR. What is that an acronym for on social media? Christy.
Lick my rear.
I like it. Yeah,
I
there you
prefer
go, lick
that.
my rear.
Cheers to you.
Yeah, Bird, to stay in the game, you got to get this one
What is it again?
correct.
It's L?
LMR. What does it mean on social media when somebody tells you to go and LMR?
Let me.
Wrong.
Hold on. Laugh my.
Rectum.
Ricketts doesn't feel. Laugh. Lick my rear.
Oh, no, it's like my recent.
The kids say it.
I am just so old and riddled with age.
So sorry.
Don't
No.
you, girl?
sorry,
Don't you dare apologize. I love you for you.
All right, Brian and the Millennials going to take away another win, and you have now tied with Gen Z.
jeez.
Good job, Denny's.
It's a 2-generation battle now.
All right.
Okay, very nice.
Calm down.
Congratulations.
Good job.
Boys pumped, right? And thank you very much for playing, Christy.
Thank you. Love you, birds.
I love you, Christy.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, there's definitely a good warning that you need because once upon a time I got on a ride in Orlando and was not warned just what a projectile vomiting type of threat it was in my life. And oh my gosh, I was so sick. It took me out for 4 hours after I got off the ride. So here is your warning that if you're going to go check out Disney World, Epcot's new theme park ride, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, be careful because it's so bad that they're apparently handing out barf bags at the end of the ride when people come off of it because they're throwing up so much.
Oh, my.
It is claimed to be a new state-of-the-art roller coaster that rotates 360 degrees. It has the first ever reverse launch on a roller coaster in Disney history.
Ooh, I would love that.
It officially opened up on Friday, and they say that, it's so bad that Disney has added employees at the end of the ride. They got barf bags, and people are coming out and going, can you just imagine that? Yeah, a lot of people.
That'd be you.
Oh my gosh. I wouldn't make it out of the ride. I'd be barfing on the ride. Are you kidding me?
That's when you're like, I shouldn't have rode with Kev.
Oh, don't ride with the first of all, I'm not riding it, but yeah, that would be trouble.
The one that made you sick last time was that Mission Space.
Right, yeah.
And it is kind of tricky because it makes you think that you're going in a rocket. So you're like, okay, we're going up. But you weren't going up. You were just spinning in a circle the whole time.
Yeah.
And that's tricky.
It's the Gravitron type, spinny type ones.
Yes.
Those are the ones that do me into. If it spins and it's going for more than, 3 seconds, I am done. Vertigo galore.
Yeah, that's what this is. Rotating 360 degrees super fast. So just beware. Well, a terrible story out of the Keys. A 33-year-old mother from Illinois was killed while she was parasailing on Memorial Day.
Oh, no.
She slammed into the Keys Bridge with her young son and nephew. The boat's captain cut the cable tethering them because he feared that the boat was going to be dragged after they slammed into the bridge from a large gust of wind. It caused them to fall into the water, and then they were dragged into the bridge in Virginia Key. The nephew is now in critical condition in a Miami hospital. The mom died, and the son sounds like he's doing okay.
Oh, my
investigation is ongoing, but yeah, crazy stuff.
Pretty sad story.
Yeah, it's tough stuff, and they claim to have pretty much a spotless record too. So it just lets you know that a lot of those excursions they can get away from you, and they're citing weather. Because it was the wind that they weren't expecting that I think got the best of them. But, just so you know, those things can kind of get away from you. Another thing that you should know, stay away from bodies of water in the state of Florida. A 47-year-old man in Largo, Florida, found out the hard way. He was at one of those Frisbee golf places, and he chucked his Frisbee into the water and went in to retrieve it. Well, there is a hazard on that Frisbee golf course called a gator that attacked him and killed the man.
So that's what I was wondering. I saw that story, and I told y'all how I was camping at the Peace River with Bigfoot, and we were by that little body of water, and there it was littered with gators, mama gators, baby gators, and all of these rednecks were in there swimming. They had their ATVs in there. As soon as they would leave, right in the area they were standing, a gator head would pop up. We're talking kids that were 8 years old.
Yeah.
Why would these gators not attack them? Is it because the gators are so used to the humans being in that water? Compared to someone like a golfer goes in and they're not used to that?
Yeah, it's a great question. I don't know. I mean, the gator deaths are very rare. I think the last time we had that was a woman that was walking her dog near the edge of water, and a gator came out and grabbed her.
Virginia, if there was ever a time for a gator to attack, it was at the Peace River. I mean, they were dancing on the gator's house.
Yeah. I think it's just up to the gator, and right now it's gator mating season.
Yeah,
they're frisky.
You're seeing them all over the place. I mean, there's so many gator stories. They're in pools. They're walking across golf courses. The one was at a racetrack, a horse racetrack. So yeah, they are definitely out and kicking around.
It makes you wonder: are gators like people? 1 out of 100 are just a little off, and that's murder in their heart.
Yeah. I'm sure it's probably more than 1 out of 100.
I want to keep the numbers big.
I'm surprised they didn't eat those kids because the kids seem like they'd be a easier snack.
If I was a gator, I'd go, oh my gosh, we got some kid McNuggets.
Yeah.
That's what I would be thinking.
It's probably way easier to eat a kid than a full-grown man.
Only thing I can think of is that the gators are so used to all that activity, they've just become humanized and are like, they're part of our ecosystem. I don't want to eat them.
Well, maybe they know what rednecks do. Most rednecks are not anywhere without a gun. So it took one to learn. Be like, hey, I'm going to grab this guy. They do kaboom, boom, boom. Like, hey. They're like, all right, let him be.
You're going to have a fight on your hands.
Yeah, not even a fight. You'll just have a bullet. Another story where it's like, man, you got to appreciate and understand nature. It's out there. A 25-year-old woman from Ohio was gored by a bison at Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming. She walked up to the animal, and they tell you stay at least 75 feet away from large animals like bison, elk, bighorn sheep, deer, moose, coyotes, and then the bears and wolves stay 300 feet away. So they tell you that, and she doesn't care to listen. She walks up to the bison
to get a picture.
Within 10 feet of this bison, it's like, no, you don't. I don't do selfies. It gored her, tossed her 10 feet into the air. She had a puncture wound from the bison and other injuries. Taken to the hospital, she died of her wounds.
Damn.
She finally went viral, though.
Yeah. People are definitely talking about it, but will people listen? I can't tell you how many bison photos I've seen over the last year.
You know people aren't going to listen. Everyone thinks the bison's ever going to poke them.
They're attacking.
I have a
in
connection with
record
the bison. It's not going to gored me.
Right.
I have a connection with a manatee. I have a connection with a dog.
They will tell you about those bison. They're unpredictable, and they can run 3 times faster than humans.
Damn.
You look at it and you think, I got it. No. 3 times faster than you.
There's a lot of those animals out there. They're not on the radar of messing up humans, but if you get a little squirrely, they will kill you.
Oh, they will? Yeah. Well, this is also a little unsettling. Both pilots on an ITA Airways flight from New York to Rome allegedly fell asleep in the cockpit last month.
Both of them?
Yeah, the plane was on autopilot at the time, so there wasn't any immediate danger, but the captain is facing disciplinary action because for 10 minutes they were trying to call him and he wasn't answering.
Oh, no.
He's denying that he fell asleep, but they're investigating. Miami Marlins manager Don Mattingly's son Jordan got arrested in Indiana on Monday after drunkenly crashing his car and then immediately driving it without a tire to a local car dealership where he wanted to sell it. This thing ain't where this thing's driving terrible.
You can't sell a car that you just destroyed one of the tires.
And you're drunk.
Was he drinking spiked moonshine?
I don't know what he was drinking, but he was drunk and he's facing multiple charges as a result. As if his dad didn't have enough problems. The Marlins have only won 3 out of their last 10, so help that out. A car thief in Nevada was released from jail on Saturday night, and then he was almost immediately arrested again when he tried to steal a car in the jail parking lot. You big dummy.
Dude, what are you doing?
See, again, this is the person I want to interview. For 5 minutes.
You
no
can't keep
longer.
it together just till you get away.
What was the thought process as soon as you're leaving the jail? Okay,
I need a ride home. Don't have money for Uber.
You just walk for a little bit.
I'm going to go with what I know.
You walk it off.
Walk
you
it off.
walk it off,
Walk
Kevin.
off that feeling that you just need to boost a car.
Humans need to walk things off more, including myself. Just walk it off a little bit.
Amen.
Canada's about to temporarily decriminalize the possession of drugs like cocaine, MDMA, and opioids for personal use. What could go wrong? They say that if you got up to 2.5 grams, not going to be a problem. The exemption is going to go from January 31st of 2023 to January 31st of 2026. So if you want to do your blow, go to Canada.
What's so
Canada is real loose.
They're so loose. Denny's walked in without a passport. He walked in, there was, I guess, a Canadian door you can walk through.
He's knocked on the door and he walked right through.
I mean, he made it sound like he walked through some small Canadian door, like, come on in.
Yeah, it looks like you got weed, come on in. Yeah, that's how easy it was. Well, if you're looking for a summertime job, how about being a lifeguard in Los Angeles? 98 lifeguards there have earned at least $200,000, including benefits, in the last year. 20 of them earn between $300,000 and $510,000 being a lifeguard.
Wow,
Isn't that
is
crazy?
crazy money.
Well, look, lifeguards are saving lives and keeping people safe. I think that's a pretty noble thing.
$500,000 being a lifeguard.
Dang.
And they say after 30 years of service, LA lifeguards can retire as young as 55 on 79% of their pay.
What?
Can you get a better deal than that?
That is fantastic.
That's unbelievable.
Who on the show would make the best lifeguard?
Probably Virginia.
Well, the swimming part, yeah. The attitude, I know, you're so dumb, you can't swim right, you're a man, quack, quack.
I would only save women.
She would only save women. She's a sexist lifeguard.
I mean, seriously, if you're a dude, you're good.
So every guy's got to swim in a bikini.
Every
and a
guy's
wig.
got to fend for himself.
The only reason why she wouldn't be the best is she does not have the right temperament for the trade.
Yeah.
I only save young men and girls. Yes.
All right, time to spot a liar. 2 truths and a lie here. We've got 2 stories that are going to be real. One of them is going to be fake. Can you pick out the bogus story? Suits, who tricked us all last week. He was the liar.
I got you guys good last week.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Let's see. Fool me once. I think George W. Bush said, "You'll never fool me again," or whatever they say. Remember how he started off that quote and then he just couldn't finish it? You know what they say? You fool me once, you fool's never gonna fool again. Okay, Suits, what you got here for your story today?
I mean, talk about being accidentally topical. Mine's actually kind of political. So this goes back to when I was a kid, and, you know, we always talk about how crazy people are with their political views and, you know, how much it causes so many fights, but it really was still like that, just not to the extent it was now, back when I was a kid. So I had the day off from school because it was election day, and I went with my mom when she went to vote in the 2004 presidential election. And I was so fascinated for some reason by the process. You know how little kids are.
Sure.
An adult does something they can't do, it's amazing to them. So I was asking her nonstop, like 20 questions about what she did and the whole process. So we're walking out of the place that we just voted in Parkland, and as I'm asking her questions in front of people holding signs for the person she didn't vote for, I said who she voted for. And right in front of them, they heard me say it. And they got so angry, they started yelling that you're ruining this country with your vote. And my mom just ushered us out of there. And I got such a lecture on why you never say who you vote for, especially in front of people, because the ones that stand by the polling place on the street are the craziest people when it comes to their views.
Dang.
And yeah, they like wanted to fight us.
Okay.
It was pretty crazy. So don't do that.
By the way, you look fierce AF in that
thank you.
pink
I
dress.
feel fierce in this
Pretty
pink dress.
in pink.
That's
Oh,
nice, and he's
yeah.
got a suit jacket on.
Well, I mean, I had to kind of
Nice
keep
blazer.
some of it going,
He
you know?
reminds me of a Molly Ringwald
Yeah.
from
Wow.
like
Very 80s.
Did
Pretty
she
in
wear this
Pink.
kind of a look?
Just you remind me of her, girl.
It is National Wear a Dress Day, so everybody is celebrating.
Very free.
It's very nice.
Okay, Bird, let's hear what your story is today in 2 truths and a lie.
Y'all remember that yogurt place TCBY? Well, we were fans of it because they had put a new one up in Lake Park. It was a big deal when we got one in Lake Park or Lake Park / Palm Beach Gardens area.
Frozen yogurt, when it first came out, was a big deal to my mom, too, because she's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's like diet, but it's like ice cream, but like frozen yogurt. Yogurt's good for you.
110%. My mom and Ann were on this yogurt train, and
Yes.
it got us
Yeah.
as kids because they had the Oreo cookies you could put in there.
Totally.
I'm not sure if it was even healthy.
It wasn't.
Like, look at me, I'm losing weight.
So
It's ice cream.
we would go there all the time, and they're doing some kind of contest where you could win $500 worth of TCBY.
Wow.
So my sister Tina, she signed up, put the form in. We ended up winning $500 worth. So we go there, and they asked, okay, who's the one that signed up for it? And my sister Tina, who is under the age of 18, said, I did. I signed it. And they took away our $500 because Tina wasn't a legal adult. She wasn't 18 or older. They took away the $500 worth. We never got this TCBY money, and I still hear about that at holidays.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, and that's a big deal too. You think you're getting $500 for the TCBY, and they take it away from you?
Wow. Okay.
My family doesn't do well with that.
Okay.
Is TCBY still in business?
I haven't seen one in a minute.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen one in so long. Country's best yogurt?
They tricked me with those Oreos, Denny's. They did.
That used to be the hot spot.
It used to be one of the largest retailers of soft serve frozen yogurt. It was founded in 1981. Oh, yeah, that was prime for when Big Linda was like, oh, I'm going to do a diet.
Yeah.
So I'm going to eat 8 pounds of frozen yogurt.
Mid-80s diet for my mom and Aunt Ann was, okay, we're going to go to the Wendy's Mexican buffet, the taco bar, and then we're going to go to TCBY for some yogurt. Like, man, that's like 3,000 calories.
At least.
I mean, they get this big salad and just throw a bottle of ranch dressing on it.
The dieting's fun. Okay, Denny's, what is your story here in Two Truths and a Lie?
All right, so back in the day, my father got a work laptop that he would use to travel with, and he would install games for my brother and I so that when we were traveling, we could play games and whatnot. Well, his old laptop stopped working, so the company gave him a new one, and he was moving all the stuff over to his new laptop. And he goes, don't go in my office. Nobody go in there. It's backing up a bunch of stuff. Nobody can mess with it. So, of course, me and my brother, after my dad left for work, went in there to go mess with it. And my brother wanted to install a new game on it. And I telling him, no, we can't do it. My dad's going to freak out. Dad's going to freak out. We're messing with it. My brother knocks over an orange juice on it. And then my mom comes in and sees it. And she is so mad at us. It goes, you weren't supposed to be in here, blah, blah, blah. So she's helping us clean it up. And she doesn't want to tell our father this.
Yeah.
So my dad gets back from work later. And we got the laptop just sitting in the same spot. It's clean and everything. He comes in. Everything seems fine. Like, we're all just kind of waiting to see if there's any reaction to anything. About 2 hours later, we see him in there, and the computer's working, and he's working on it. And none of us want to say anything. Well, I'd say about 4 or 5 years later, we're at dinner, and we find out that my dad actually brought his laptop to work that day. The one he left was his old one, so we didn't actually mess up anything, but we kept this secret for 5 years. And it came out when my mom confessed it to him that we messed up one of his computers, and we were wondering how it didn't get him in trouble at work and everything. He goes, I took it with me that day. So
I don't trust you guys.
He goes, I didn't even leave it there. I knew there'd be something, so I just took it with me to work that morning. But he said that he left it there, not thinking that any of us would even go in there and mess with it. But
that's funny.
For 4 years, we thought we messed up his computer until my mom confessed it at a dinner.
Okay. All right. Virginia, what are you thinking here? Is there one of these stories that seems like it might not be true to you?
Gosh, I liked them all.
Okay.
Yeah, we're crafty and tricky these days.
You are.
We have meetings about this bit.
Okay.
I bet you do.
You do say, I bet you do.
I bet you do, because you have no life.
Our life is this show, damn it.
Okay, well, you got Suits, who revealed that his mom voted for a candidate at a polling place in front of the other candidate's supporters. Jaybird's family had $500 of TCBY money taken from them. And Denny's family kept a secret of a spilled orange juice on his dad's laptop. So which one is the lie?
One of us is lying, Virginia.
I think I'm going to vote Suits.
You know, oddly enough, I know he was last week, and I'm kind of leaning on Suits as well.
Oh,
they're gonna do a back-to-back on us.
Just because we had a liar last week doesn't mean Suits can't be the liar this week.
You never know.
We cover that in our meetings.
Yep.
We try to think of ways to trick you guys.
Yep. Okay. All right. So you can go on ahead to KVJ TV and you can cast your vote. Who do you think is the big liar today? Denny's is the early favorite with 40% of the votes, and Jaybird with 31%, and Suits at 29%.
Who's a Ralston zoning in on?
I'm going with Suits.
Okay.
I think we should also vote on who looks sexiest in their dress for wear a dress to work day.
Yeah, we should do that.
You girls are turning it out.
I've never felt so confident.
People are wondering why I don't have a dress on. Virginia brought in not a dress, but a booby trap.
I have a video that's going to explain why Kevin doesn't have a dress on, and it's a laugh riot.
I got caught up on it. I ran out of commercials. I blew a commercial. I'm like, all right, I can't do this.
I think you have 7 F-bombs in this video. I'm not editing a single one of them.
Yeah. It was not easy. We tried. It didn't work out for me. Unfortunately, I would love to be in a dress.
Kevin got mad and he said, nope, that's it.
Kevin was stuck like a trout in a net.
It was either do the show or put on a dress. And
you had a live commercial.
Yes, that I ruined, by the way.
It's all captured.
Yeah. And then I thought, I don't know if a dress really works on the radio anyway. So what am I doing?
It all worked out.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, that's why I'm not in one. Tried, just failed. All right, who is our liar here today? Suits told a story that he revealed who his mom had voted for at a polling place in front of other candidates' supporters. And they went off on Mama, saying, oh my gosh, you're terrible, you're ruining the country. Jaybird had $500 of TCBY, the country's best yogurt money, taken from his family. And Denny's, his family kept a secret from his dad how his brother had spilled orange juice in his dad's laptop, and his dad has actually taken it to work. So it was a secret they kept from Dad for 5 years, but it didn't matter.
I kind of feel like they're all lying.
Okay. Well, a majority of people now say it's Denny's, 37% of the vote. Bird close behind at 35. Suits is now in last place. That's the one that I'm kind of leaning on, even though Suits was the liar last week.
Yeah.
I think I would go Jaybird next is the liar, and then Denny's. That's the order I'm going.
Us girls are just having just great fun over here in our dresses. By the way, you can see literally every inch of Denny's in that dress.
Yeah.
It's rough, the front of the dress.
There is nothing left to the imagination there.
Oh my gosh, Denny's.
I had to stop looking at Denny's because I am blushing.
Sweet Denny's not so sweet.
Yeah.
Or is he? Real sweet.
You got Little Denny's and Big D.
I mean, Big Denny's came to work.
We should probably make a dress once a weekly, right? Do this once a week.
So you can see Denny's D?
No, we're having great.
He's enjoying it.
We're having fun. Look how much fun we're having.
Okay, so who is our liar here today? Step forward.
Will the real liar please stand up? That will be me.
Oh, Bird. Okay.
TCBY lies.
None of that was real.
Wow.
None of it, Virginia.
You got us.
Yeah.
Look at you.
I had Virginia Googling about is TCBY still.
She was really
did.
invested.
I don't know if you realize this, but they're global.
There's one in Wellington.
Now, Jaybird is also not only in a dress, but he's going for the world record for the most ponytails in your head at once. 72 is the record. Do we have any idea what the current count is?
I mean, the witch is... So I put a couple extra over here. These are the ones that are left. She's claiming that we are about... Like, we're in the 60s right now, according to the witch.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're in the 60s.
Dang, that's pretty impressive.
It is, and I think we can keep going and going. I said we don't stop till 10 o'clock. Let's shatter the record. My head's in great pain.
You're going to run out of hair. So we're in the 60s, and now what I'm doing is I'm doubling back, and I'm taking ponytails and dividing them into two. Every inch of your hair.
Look at we have a lot of real estate up here, Virginia.
I know.
I think we can get in the 80s.
Okay, so you think this actually could be your first ever world record?
And I can feel how annoyed and over Virginia is on this bit.
Yeah.
She's like,
She's
every
had enough.
commercial break, she's like,
All right, I guess I'll do your hair.
Well, I got a little breakfast bar I've been wanting to get into. I've got a little hunger pang.
Mama, I'll feed you that bar while you tend to me.
I'm good.
He's
That's
giving
weird.
you from your snack.
You're gonna feed me while I do your hair.
There goes this.
Now that could be on our OnlyFans page.
OnlyFans video you want.
If there was ever a day to do an OnlyFans video, it is today. It's National Feet Day. There's so much we could do.
It's National Feet Day?
Isn't it foot? Isn't it National Foot?
Go Barefoot Day.
Go Barefoot Day.
I mean,
okay.
to me, that's the same thing.
Yeah. Got a couple random questions here for you. Jaybird, if you were born the opposite gender, what name would you want?
Lana, and you can spell it backwards. Hey, that bee might be here today. I don't know.
Well, I've been told Lana might make an appearance for Who Wore It Best Dress Day.
She may be in town briefly today. I don't know, though.
Want to work the runway. She don't want Denny's and Suits and Jaybird getting all the shine.
She keeps on talking about Ralston, but she knows he plays hard to get, so she's got her eyes fixated on Suits.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I thought she moved next door to you. I saw a video.
She's in and out, Kev.
Oh, she's in and out.
She
Okay.
flies all over the place.
Oh, she does, huh?
She's real in and out.
Yeah. What about you, Virginia? What would you want your name to be?
If I was a dude,
Yeah, if you were a dude, what do you think would be a good dude name for you?
Richard, and you could just call me.
Oh, really? You go Richard.
I don't know.
I can see you as a Rick and everyone calling you the Ricker.
I feel like I could pull off Rick.
You need a strong name. You need something to be forceful. Like, don't mess, don't tangle.
Don't mess with me.
Richard might be good for you.
Richard, Rick, the Ricker. Yeah. Yeah.
I could also see myself as a Doug.
Doug? You're a Doug?
I could pull off Doug.
But look out when Doug has too many drinks and he turns into Dougie. Look out.
Yeah, look out for Dougie.
Oh yeah, Dougie's up to no good.
Dougie likes to catch hands.
Dougie does.
I think I want something sexy.
Yeah.
Something that, kind of make me sound like a queen or something like that.
I want to be tough. You guys want to be sluts.
I know. I want something that's classy. I want like an Alexis or something like that.
Yes, queen. Yes.
Yeah. That's what I want. Yeah, I want to feel that way.
I can see you as a Sasha.
Oh, really?
Oh,
that sounds a little.
It does sound
a little promiscuous.
A little naughty.
Yeah, I'm
All
okay
right.
with that. I could go with that.
Oh, Sasha.
Okay. If you could choose to be a man or a woman in your next life, which would you choose and why?
Wait, say that again?
If you could choose to be a man or a woman in your next life, what would you choose and why? Virginia, would you stay a woman or would you want to be a man? You seem to hate on men, so I would assume you want to be a woman, right?
I do. I like being a woman. I think it's more fun. There are, of course, disadvantages, but
Yeah.
I think overall it's way more fun.
I mean, obvious reasons why you don't want to be a woman.
You want to be a woman too?
Well, I'm saying obvious reasons why one would want to if they were a man.
Yeah.
Experience that woman O.
Okay.
I've never had a woman O. I've had a man O.
Never given one either.
Whatever. Call me Workhorse Pennington.
I think definitely I'm going to stick with the dude.
You like being a dude.
Well, I couldn't imagine her being pregnant. I hear those kind of things and the female things you got to go through, your monthly friend and birth control and all that kind of stuff. It's a to-do.
I would rock the pregnancy, not fare well with the period.
Yeah, you would always be leaking.
Oh, right. Good God.
You'd be like that girl that's surprised every month. Oh my gosh, I forgot it's the day I get my period.
His name would be Scarlett.
She might have, maybe I'm going to be one of those broads that's freaky and leaky.
We buy you nothing but red pants.
And I'm throwing it on the reg. I got to stop drinking.
Yeah.
Her period doesn't stop her.
Okay. All right.
And another question we asked on the KVJ Show Facebook page. I'll get to your answers in a second. When somebody knocks on your stall door in a public restroom, how do you respond? What do you say? What are those magic words to get them off the set? We'll let you know next. Okay, got a random question here for you that people on our KVJ Facebook page help to answer their own. When using a public restroom and somebody knocks on your stall door, how do you respond? What do you do? To me, that is like one of the worst things. First of all, I never want to use a public restroom. It's probably been a very long time since I have. But that is the worst when somebody's knocking.
This is so easy.
Okay, what do you do?
Okay. I start growling. Start growling.
Well, then I'm thinking all of a sudden, I'm like, wow, he's really working hard at that thing. That's
Good.
tough.
Leave me alone. Why are you knocking on my door anyway?
Well, they're trying to find out if somebody's in that stall. So they just want to know if you're in there. It's one of two things. They looking for a stall and they're knocking to see if anybody's in there, or they need TP. That happens in the women's restroom a lot.
Okay.
Somebody needs TP.
It's time to growl.
What is your move, Virginia?
I just say, somebody's in here.
Okay, so you keep it basic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would too. Alex says, my remedy is I cough immediately as soon as somebody enters the bathroom. So they kind of know. So I don't have to deal with,
Okay.
I guess you could cough or grunt. I mean, you're in the bathroom.
Yeah, I guess, some people do want to make a little bit of noise to let people know that, hey, there's somebody in here. Tiffany said, I just tell them, I said, come on in.
But
Come on in.
But Tiffany sounds like a confident pooper.
She does. And I don't have that. I don't have
that
BPE.
either.
I don't have big poop energy.
I do not either, man.
Gosh, yeah, I couldn't do that. Yeah, some people have some funny little slick sayings they say, but yeah, I'm just mortified. If you've come in and man, somebody's going to the bathroom, forget about it.
I sound like a broken record. I got a salesperson every single day at 8:45. Very chatty, very poopy.
Yeah,
Well, his coffee just kicked in.
I guess.
So he is ready to go.
That's so gnarly. Today is the start of hurricane season, June 1st on the calendar, and it looks like we got some things stewing in the tropics. And this weekend looks like we've got some pretty wet weather on Friday and Saturday. So I don't know what things are going to develop into, but it's something to keep an eye on.
They're saying nothing really too crazy, just kind of if you have outdoor plans, those are ruined.
Yeah, more annoying than anything.
Right, but nothing that you should be like, okay, we got to prepare for a Cat 3.
Yeah, but after seeing what that Agatha did in Mexico, just like, gosh, I'm not ready for that.
It sucks. It's stressful.
It is. It's and a big part of it, it's really just annoying.
Right.
You know, we've been blessed and we haven't had anything that's been too deadly or dangerous, but they're annoying, no doubt. And it's hurricane season officially. Another thing we do when we kick off a new month is we also do Ask the Show. Is there anything that you didn't get a conclusion to? You can let us know. Just send us an email or a text, and we'll try to answer it.
To the 9-year-old kid that did ask me over the weekend, is Virginia a real witch? Yes, she is, my friend. 100%.
Okay.
I'm going to put a spell on you.
One question here said, did Jaybird ever go on that date from the Great 48 where you guys were on for a couple days raising the money for the Bahamas and their storm? A woman paid money for it. Was there a connection?
We never went on it, and it's nothing to do with me. I'll gladly go on that date.
I've been talking to her. I still talk to her on social media, and we just need to set it up and do it.
Yeah.
Because she's awesome. She's so super cool. We talk all the time.
I'm not at all trying to get out of it. I know someone that reached out to me about 6 months ago. There was another bachelor auction I did, I think from 5 years ago, and the date never happened. Like, it's not because I didn't want it to happen. Something happened with the sales department at her old job.
Oh.
Yeah.
Somebody asked the question, what happened to the Juicy Daddy? Where has he been? And did he take Jaybird's dog Chewy with him?
Damn.
Well, Chewy's in heaven, so the Juicy Daddy is not with Chewy.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad's back in Texas with his girlfriend. He lives out there. He comes down to Florida. He stays, sometimes at a month, 2 months. It kind of depends on what's going on with him. But, Chewy passed away, unfortunately.
Okay.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that beer at?
Dead Dog Wednesday.
Yeah, don't let me cry on the air in a dress drunk.
It's not a good look.
Jen was asking whatever happened to Klepto's dad after the car accident on North Lake. Did he recover?
I think he recovered a lot, but I think he's still in physical therapy. I think he's still in intensive therapy.
Yeah, he still has a lot of stuff he's got to go through.
Okay.
From what I understand.
Last time I checked with him, I mean, when you're in a coma for weeks and weeks and weeks, you got to learn how to do everything again. And so I think that's where their family was. He was kind of learning how to do everything again with the help of physical therapy.
It takes time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And somebody said, how did you guys get fired in Miami?
Oh my gosh,
boy.
this again?
Again. Well,
let me guess. What's the next question? Why is Virginia and Mariana not like each other?
A lot of the same. We'll get a new one, and I'll give you that answer. I did it one time in 1 minute, and now I've just saved the recording. So whenever anybody asks, I just play it for you. So if the person wants to know, I'll just drop the recording on you coming up.
I thought you did it quicker than a minute.
I think it's a minute is what it says here, but I'll take a listen to it. And if you've missed, whatever happened to those guys on that station in Miami?
We just like hearing you say it really fast.
We'll give you that answer coming up next. Okay, we kick off the month by trying to close any loopholes of storylines that you didn't get the conclusion to. So keep that in mind. You can send us those emails, mail at kvjshow.com, or just text them 877-979-WRMF. I know we've done this a lot. That's why I'm just going to play the pre-recorded clip of, so why did you guys get fired in Miami? What exactly happened there? Well, this is it in 60 seconds, the entire story. We were looking to grow the show at Wild 95.5. It wasn't happening, and we're working without a contract. We were afraid that we might not have a job. An opportunity came up in Miami where we'd be able to syndicate the show back to West Palm Beach. However, the guy that hired us in Miami quit 3 days later. That left us in a big problem because corporate then stepped in and decided that we couldn't syndicate back to West Palm Beach. So we were left with new management who not only changed the syndication deal, but they also decided that they wanted us to start playing more music on the show. We realized pretty quickly that this wasn't going to work out very very well. So we were on like a 1-year deal where we could opt out of our contract. At that point, we knew we wanted to be back home in West Palm Beach. So we found this offer from 97.9 WRMF to come and to be on a huge signal that still covers Miami and does everything that we want to do. Plus, it was a local company. They offered us a great deal that we thought was going to be fantastic. We loved where we were going, and we had the opportunity to grow with a brand new company that is buying radio stations all over the country. So here we are. We've had the After the Show podcast. We've got KVJ TV, and who knows, we might start syndicating back to other markets in South Florida. There you go. That was it.
You nailed it.
Okay. Fired in Miami in 60 seconds, and Angie saying, is this sped up? Nope, that was not.
Your voice changes. It just, out of everybody on the show, your voice changes the most. Because I was thinking the whole time going, does Kevin have a cold?
Yeah.
It sounded different.
I know. Yeah, I don't know why. I just heard that too, and I thought it sounded different too. I don't know why. It wasn't sped up, though.
My friend whispers over here. It sounds the same, just like it was 1999, Kev.
Maybe long COVID changed your lungs.
Maybe it did. I don't know.
You never know.
Too many rounds of the Bronx.
But my voice, I've listened to audio from 7 years ago. My voice has changed too.
Okay.
I've sounded this way since I was 19.
She's always sounded like a bar hag.
And I'll fight you and all your friends.
Mm-hmm. A couple of the other questions came in here for Ask the Show. Why didn't you three go to Denny's wedding? I think it's what? He just kept it a family affair, right?
It was more of a family affair.
Okay. That was just how was going to be easiest and how they want to go with it.
Destination wedding, too, which I don't think anybody likes those.
They're tough. They're tough. And also somebody asking, saying, I haven't seen Birdney on Jay Bird's Weird and Whatever podcast in a while, and I missed what happened. Is everything good with her?
She's great. She moved up, I want to say, is it Vermont? Yeah, she's up in Vermont, got a new gig, got a new job, is with somebody. She's got a whole new life up there. We love Birdney. We wish her well. And she comes down and visits every now and then. Okay. And when she does, we always have a great time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Very cool.
Nothing bad or horrible happened. She's a great person, just moved. Bigger, better things.
Well, if you're watching us on KVJ TV, you'll see it is National Wear a Dress Day, so pretty much everybody has a dress on here, including a lot of the dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and Bird's showing it, and boy, his pit sweat is soaking through that thing.
It's really hot in here.
Yeah, okay.
It's hotter than normal. Are you trying to smoke out us?
I feel fine.
Girl, you are the reason why we have air issues.
But if I was having hot flashes, that means I would want it lower.
It doesn't. No, you're all over the place when it comes to the temperature in this room. Oh, it's hot. Oh, it's cold. Oh, Kev, get in the bushes, Kev.
And the other thing going on is Jay Bird has got a lot of little ponytails going on. He's going for the world record for the most ponytails all at once. He's got 72 to beat for the world record, and you're somewhere in the 50s right now in your count.
My girl is crushing it over there. She's got 52 in right now. We need 21 for the record, and we're going to get this record.
Your girl just retired.
I know.
Oh, no. Oh, man.
Come on. You look beautiful. You're young. I love the dirt.
Got to keep her pumped up to keep the braids going.
No, you're going to yell at me about the temperature? No, I don't work well under these conditions, Kevin.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I was just kidding. I love you. Come on, we're chasing greatness together.
I'm not chasing nothing.
You are. You're the star, Snack
I'm
Bar.
doing all the work, and you're going to get all the fame.
No, right now I'm not giving the fame. I'm giving the fame to you. You deserve this record as much as I do.
Oh, it's just so much work.
Yeah. It's been a lot of fun, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it, huh?
I always love when somebody is impatiently doing me a favor.
Yeah.
It's almost done.
It's been going on for hours.
Well, dog, chasing greatness ain't easy. If that was the case, everyone would have a record. We're 21 rubber bands short from a record.
Yeah.
All right.
Tune into the After the Show podcast to see it done, hopefully.
The fighting will continue, but then, yes, hopefully we will be finished with the ponytails.
I got nothing but love for you.
And a reminder today is Say Something Nice Day. Of all the many things you can celebrate, do that and say something nice to somebody today. Jay Bird, you have got a lovely quote here for us to give us another little piece of perspective for our day.
I've heard a lot of comments today, Kev, about our attire, our appearance. Here's my response. Life is too short to worry about what others say or think about you, so have fun and give them something to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.